Good evening, weary traveller, and welcome to Let the Good Times Roll. And thank God it is Monday again. We are back with you, and we have the whole crew with us. So
we're all here.
Everyone is here for this week. Jaye is feeling much better this week, and so she has to just live with whatever decisions I made for her character last week. So that's awesome. This was our first session.
And you're going to see me editing the scene on the fly. Just a heads up to everybody. Just making some last few adjustments.
So yeah, just for a little wrapping up here, Nitro's running the stream tonight as opposed to myself because when we did any battle scenes last week, literally the Discord kept freezing.
There we go.
Like all the videos.
I think we're good.
So I'm handling that side of stuff and he's handling the stream side, but it has meant we've had to move all the stuff I designed on mine over to his. So we're having to re-edit stuff as we go. So please be some patient with us tonight. But thank you so much for joining us again. We are super excited that you are back with us, and welcome back to the land of Andriesia. Let's do a little bit of scene setting as a little recap of last week, because last week we got to meet our heroes in some various forms. With a cat invading one of the cameras, trying to eat a pen. Sorry, I just saw it at the corner of the screen there. But last week we kicked off with a Unification Day. It was a celebration of the defeat of Armageddon, a world-ending calamity that took place 1,000 years ago, and the celebration of the coming together of the Union, where all these other species and creatures and peoples from all around Andriesia would come together in unison. And all of our heroes made their way. We got to meet Droghar, Stoneheart, the Goliath who was coming in to sell his booze and get some money off of it. He's a big fan of making his own ale and wanted to make some money off of that. Whereas his compatriot Aries, the Tabaxi, had a little bit of a different plan in mind, as she coaxed him into a fighting arena where he managed to knock out the Proving Ground champion and earn himself 500 Gideons in an open challenge, which wasn't too shabby for Unification Day. We got to meet Minnich Aroumenar, the Wood Elf Paladin who decided to venture into the city to expand his knowledge, learn about Unification Day, try and learn about multiversal theory, and for his trouble he essentially found the library and wandered up 16 flights of stairs to the top floor for really not much, to be completely honest. He didn't leave with much information. Although we did meet a little bit of a friend in the head of the School of Arcane Magic and the library demo, the wizard Turtle, who managed to help him out a little bit, so that might be a little friendship he created there. At least he got something out of it, because he didn't get much else. Those rolls did not go in his favour for that day. We also got to meet the pirate captain. I'm sorry, I just got a picture of a growling bunny in my head now.
I don't know what a growling bunny even sounds like.
I feel like you have
I don't even know what a rabbit.
I feel like you have like permanent snaggletooth or something.
We got to meet Captain Aerowen, Silvertail, or Arrow, the Haregon pirate captain, who had a few clashes during it. He met an old pirate rival. He clashed with Soraya, the head of Sin City Bar, the red-skinned tiefling who is a friend of his. Maybe depends.
Air quotes.
Kind of. She didn't shoot him before we ended things, so that was probably one of the best conversations he's had with her in a while. And then, of course, we had Erellia Moonbryn, our Drow rogue who, unlike the rest of our travellers, lives within the city and isn't fond of how much hustle and bustle there was in the day, but she managed to make her way around a little bit. And then just to end our day with the ending of the Unification Day celebrations, Union City ended up under attack, with the guards all heading to take on an explosion that took place on the middle rings. All of our heroes ended up coming across a goblin group that was attacking the lower levels and managed to dispatch them, along with an ally that I think was, if I correctly, it was Arrow and Erellia got high perception rolls enough to kind of get a little glimpse of their friend that was on the rooftops. Not much, but just a little bit. And thank God he was there, because the rolls were going absolutely awful. So if somebody started killing people, at least For the rest of the group, it wasn't going well to begin with. But we ended the session with the goblins being taken out and our heroes being surrounded by the Union Guards. Captain Aegis and his Aarakocra army all surrounding the heroes and taking them to the upper level to meet with the Council of the Union.
Dun dun dun.
So that's where we left off our last session. So we are kicking off this brand new session. So it is late in the day. It is late in the night. Unification Day celebrations are over, but thanks to all the chaos that seems to have been taken care of, there's no more groups, no more explosions. A lot of the guard are trying to calm down the people because they're all in hysterics at this. This sort of stuff doesn't take place in the Union. And our band of heroes are being escorted by the Aarakocra Guard up through the middle section, heading towards the upper level of the city where the council lives. You see Captain Aegis, he's very much a kind of like golden eagle-looking Aarakocra, brown sort of feathers, the yellow and kind of black beak. Very strong, very firm, very by the book in how he handles stuff. You see all the other Aarakocra that are accompanying you are all, most of the guards are very much a variety of some sort of bird of prey looking character. So a lot of them are eagles, a couple of hawk, a couple of falcon looking, and various birds of prey, Aarakocra, that are kind of make up the Union Guard.
Is there any Spacehawks?
Is there any space? Not any Spacehawks. It's a couple of Sparrowhawks, but not a Spacehawk.
Dang.
There is a bunny though. There's a bunny.
A bunny.
I was going to say you missed out on a shout playing a Haregon, by the way. Aarakocra was right there playing the Spacehawk.
Yeah. Gotta change it up, you know.
But as you're heading up to the city, the guards are all fairly quiet. No one's really saying much to all of you. You're not exactly under arrest. Like, you're not in cuffs or anything. You're not like that, but you're definitely being escorted. You're definitely like tightly surrounded, definitely escorted. Captain Aegis is kind of not leading the procession. He's more walking, keeping an eye on the group, and he starts kind of looking over, and you see him just kind of giving you all a once over, just having a look. You know, nothing much to say. He's not. Most of you, he's never really seen before. Please don't pet the bird. I seen you waving. Please don't pet the birds. You're gonna get beaten down.
Surrounded by animals.
You know, so like he looks at Minnich, he looks at Droghar, he looks at Aries, and he's just kind of giving you the once over. The three of you he's never seen before. You see him kind of looking. He kind of looks at Arrow, and you see him kind of like looking him up and down. Like you look familiar to him. He doesn't really say anything.
Oh, really?
But it's like he's starting to place like if he knows you or not. Like he's definitely seen your face in passing at the very least, but he can't really place it at the moment, which is in your favor.
I'll keep making stupid faces.
Just keep making stupid faces.
As he's looking at me. Just try to disguise my face. That way he doesn't recognize me, but it's like really stupid. It's like
you see him like really like looking at you deeper, like what is wrong with you? Like sort of look in his eye, like what is going on? You see him moving his attention, he just kind of shakes his head and moves his attention on. And he has a look at Erellia. Erellia, he looks at even closer. Erellia, like, is where he believes he's seen Aerowen passing. Like, he looks at Erellia and, like, he knows Erellia.
Oh, he definitely knows me.
Like, you know, it's like not personally, not on a first name basis or anything, but he's definitely seen you around the city. Whereas the rest of them are all tourists, he's very aware that you live here. And he kind of looks at you.
As he starts to, do I notice that he's looking at?
Yeah, you notice him kind of starting to notice her, and he's about to engage in a little bit more conversation. You kind of,
hey, mate, hey, I got a question. I'm trying to like distract him from, because I kind of noticed it a little bit. Hey, oi, question. First of all, where are we going? Who are we meeting? What's your name? Oh, I've never met you before in my life, so I'd like to know a little bit more about you, right?
Stop talking.
Okay. No, okay.
as was explained to you, you have been requested to meet with the Council of the Union. We are taking you there on foot because it is believed that would be more comfortable for you. If you all would like, we could fly you there, but that's usually not comfortable.
Excuse me, Birdman. Birdman, does the Council of the Union have beer, by chance?
Do they have beer?
I think he's asking for bears, mate. Like the
No beer. Beer.
bears.
Beers. Beer.
Ow.
Beer.
There's no bears on the council.
Well, that's a disappointment.
You know, to drink. Beer.
He drinks
Oh, beer. You're saying beer.
cat.
Yes.
He drinks bears?
No, listen to the bunny. Do we have the beer?
You see Captain Aegis just kind of like shake his head and just move to the front of the group, and it's very much giving you all that, oh my goodness. He kind of moves to the head, and like the other Aarakocra just kind of... You start to come out of the middle tier. It's taking a little while to come out of the middle section, and you're going up this big, very white, kind of almost marble-looking staircase. It's not really marble, but more like a kind of white stone-looking thing. Very pristine-looking. Like, you're definitely not in the lower rank of the city anymore. Like, even Erellia and Arrow, who, like, Erellia lives here, Arrow's visited here, you guys have not been to this level before. You guys get away with being in the middle tier, but like at the upper tier, no. Like, this is one of these tiers where it's like, this is the council, this is the high-ups of the city, this is a protected area. It's almost like a gated community up here. Like, there's guards at the bottom of the stairs, there's like gates at the top. Like, you would not get up here normally.
I'll lean over to Aurelia. Hey, there's some fancy stuff in here. You think what I'm thinking?
If you don't want to die, you better keep your eyes forward.
On a point.
The
You can see almost
ornate.
like the money signs in his eyes. He's just looking out over there.
So you get up to the gate, and it's like, in Captain Aegis, like, obviously gets you through the gate. He gets through no problem. And you start to walk with Aarakocra, like, towards it. And it's like, it's very much like there's big buildings that are clearly like houses for the members of the council and stuff. But right in the center is the council area, like where they meet and stuff, and that's where you're heading, where the council has all convened following the attacks on the city. To very much they would convene in a moment like this to discuss what's about to happen next and how to handle a situation and all that sort of stuff. So they're all in session at the moment, but Captain Aegis brings you straight through, waves it in, and comes into the council. So you come through a big ornate building with pillars on the outside as you're coming through. It's almost like a little hallway. It's like a very small, you would expect it to be a bigger entranceway, but not. It's not massive. But when you come through the next set of doors, past the guards that are there, like, it opens into this massive building. It's like these massive high ceilings, pillars along the side. Off to the left-hand side, you see a kind of meeting table where there's maps, there's paperwork, there's different things there. And to the back of the hall, where there's a red carpet that goes up to it, it comes up a few sets of stairs, and you see essentially thrones, essentially like seating places for the council. And the council are all in those seats at the moment. And they're clearly expecting you guys to be brought in here. So Captain Aegis walks forward. He walks forward, like, folds his wings around himself and kind of bows down towards them. I bring to you some of those that were involved in one of the attacks in the lower level. We have brought them all here, and they've all came. They all caused no issues. I will leave the guards here, and I will stay myself, but they are in your hands now, Council. Thank you so much for this opportunity.
Question. He raises his hand. Question. Yeah, there was another guy. Did you get the other guy?
We are aware that there was another person down there.
Yeah.
We are currently looking for him. He did manage to evade us trying to escort him initially. We are on the way.
God.
Do any of you have any information that may help us?
All I know is he was very, very, very good with his bow and arrow.
Good to know. We'll keep an eye out for an archer. And you see him like pointing to some of the guards to kind of make note of that we're looking for someone with archery ability. So the guards kind of step back. Some of them leave the room to search and take that information. The rest kind of like pull to the sides of like the building, and Captain Aegis kind of stands off to the side at the front, obviously being part of the council standing here. In the council, there are 5 members that you see in front of you. So in the centre chair, who's kind of the head person of the council, is Lord Fafnir Dravarax, a red dragonborn. You see in very kind of almost kind of like Japanese ceremonial type robes. He very much kind of like carries himself with a certain esque of culture to him. You see him like he has blades and swords on him, like Daiko no Wakizashi, one on his waist, one on his back. To his right, you see Lady Sonia Elgwin, who is a high elf that sits off to the side of him. Again, you see her very much, she carries herself very properly, very calmly, beautiful kind of robes and gown that she wears. Stays very stone-faced, she doesn't show a lot of emotion. To his other side, you see Lord Algier Bloodforge, a mountain dwarf who, on the almost at the opposite side of her, he's very hot-headed, very passionate, very tempered. You see him wearing like firm gauntlets, carrying weaponry with him. He carries like a battle axe on his back. Like he's always ready to go, almost like the complete opposite tones. And then on this outer chairs again, almost like in the next level down, you have Lord Willipit Babbletop, representative of the gnomes who are part of this, and then on the other side, Lady Calissa Lightfoot, who represents the halflings. They're not quite as ornate and adorned as the other members of the council, a little bit more, especially Lady Calissa. She's very much more normal sort of clothing. She is a rogue and spends a lot of time in the street. She's actually the unofficial head of the Thieves Guild here, where the Thieves Guild in the city is a bit more, it's not quite as underground. Basically the council use it as a place for her to make connections and stuff with other rogues around the city. And then Lord Willipit Babbletop, the gnome, is very much, you see him kind of wearing like a set of goggles on top of his head. He's got more of a kind of overall look to him with kind of like some sort of robes kind of like pulled over the top of them. He's very much a tinkerer and a builder for the council, but very much is still a member of them. As you're all standing before them, Lord Fafnir Dravarax stands up and starts walking forward and kind of walks down the steps to stand in front of all of you. Good evening. Thank you so much for joining me here and joining the council on this evening, especially after the way a Unification Day ended. And he kind of just is walking back and forth and kind of, as you all may be aware, the city was under attack this evening. There were a number of groups that infiltrated, a number of groups that set off explosives around the city. Thankfully, there wasn't any casualties. The groups seemed to be more intrigued in causing disruption rather than causing harm. Unfortunately, these sort of intrusions into the city have been happening more and more. We've been keeping them kind of under wraps, but it's starting to become more of a threat, and our worry is that this will continue and eventually cause damage to the city. We believe we have an idea where these groups originate from, and unfortunately it is outside of the walls of the city itself, so sending the Union Guard in any sort of mass capacity is something that we can't afford at the moment. Especially in case this incursion happens again, sending them out would leave the city exposed. But from the reports that we've seen, that we have gotten back from our guard, you five seem to do pretty well handling yourself against the insurgents that entered the city. And quite hastily handled the goblins that I believe were attacking in the lower levels. We had Captain Aegis bring you all here with the prospect of a job. We have an idea of where these insurgents are stationed, where they're based, and we would like to send your group to go and basically cut them off at the source so that this does not happen again. These insurgents want to do some severe damage to Union City and the people here. And you would be rewarded quite handsomely. We are willing to pay, and he looks around to just kind of double check with the other council members, 1,000 Gideons apiece to take out these insurgents and make sure this is put an end to.
Well, we just took care of some, so do we get paid for those?
No.
Or no? It's worth a shot, right? It's not
Haregon,
bad.
that should be out of the kindness of our hearts.
Kindness.
How do we
does
know
something.
that you're gonna pay us and not just kill us in the end?
Ooh! Why don't you pay us half now, and half when we complete it? That's how I usually do things.
He looks around at the council. It's like, we will. You see him thinking for a moment, and he turns around to speak to Lady Osonia, the High Elf. How about we sweeten the deal? We'll pay you 250 gold each apiece as a starting fee. But as it's evening, we wouldn't expect you to go out outside of the city walls until morning. Before you set off in the morning, anything that you need to supply on, any ammo, any weaponry, any potions, anything that you may need to go out, we will assist in covering the cost of.
What
Okay.
about food?
Yeah, that food's good.
Food
but-
as well. Anything that
Oh.
you need for the
Okay,
mission
Beer?
ahead.
Beer?
I am a trader, okay? But you see the hat. I trade on the seas.
Yeah,
In case you
trader.
didn't know that. And so my ship is docked, and I'm having to pay fees every day. Can I get those waived for the amount of time that I'm out and doing your errand? I mean, it's only fair, right?
I will send word to our harbour master. Keep a hold of any fees that you're handed, and then I'll send word to him that he'll help you take care of those and make sure those are looked after. Hopefully, this is something that won't take a vast amount of time to take care of, but we will try and assist wherever we can, as you're now being hired officially by the city. As I said, take the time to rest, sleep tonight. We wouldn't expect you to go out. The place where they are is very much outside of the city walls, so it is very dangerous out that way. So please at least wait until tomorrow to do that. And of course, anything that you need from the shops and stores, anything like that, any supplies you need, please by all means let us know, and we will assist where we can.
What? What do you guys think? We cool? Is it good?
Kind counsel, I accept your request of us to vanquish this insurgency, and so I will help you, and I will work with these fine fellows here.
Thank you so much. We appreciate it.
You read a lot of books, don't you? I could tell.
I lean over to Droghar and I say, Droghar, What about the halflings? It's almost harvest season. We can't leave them.
Droghar thinks for a second. Excuse me, Birdman.
Captain Aegis looks over.
Captain Birdman.
Yes.
Apologies.
Yes.
The cat lady and I help a small halfling couple outside of the city. They will be destitute if we leave them empty-handed. Perhaps you can cover some of their expenses while we're gone. Possibly.
He looks over at Lord Fafnir, and Lord Fafnir says, I will send some of our people to there. We will get the details of their land and where they are off of you, and we will make sure they are kept from going destitute and make sure they're taken care of.
You are great, Captain Birdman. Thank you.
You just see the look in his face, like, I'm so over dealing with these people already. Like, this is so not what I want to be doing today. So this has been a long day. This has been, I've had to fend off insurgents, and now I've got this to deal with.
Excuse me, Captain Birdman. One more thing. Where can we go to get our best beer in town?
I'm with the big man.
I mean the best beer, not the bottom level stuff. The best beer.
Alright, enough with this talk. What I really need to get down is if I'm gonna help you protect my city, then anything that you have on me is gone. I don't want your cronies crawling up my alleys, trying to get me just for things that aren't my fault, aren't my issue. Otherwise, no deal.
You see Lord Fafnir like wave over Captain Aegis, and he comes over. And Captain Aegis kind of steps over. He's still kind of got his wings like wrapped around him, almost like a cloak around him. I thought I recognized you.
Well, here I am.
Please confirm your name so I can look at your records.
I don't have any records, but my name is Erellia.
You don't have
Really?
any records, but you want us to expunge your records.
Maybe no formal records, but your men know who I am.
Furious, can I take that deal too?
Why would you be on our records? You said you were a trader, sir.
Just out of curiosity, do you have anyone named Aerowen in your system?
You see him
Silvertail?
taking notes. He's like,
Curious.
I will have to go and check our records. I don't have them here at the council. I'll have to go to our official office. That's, of course, any records, anything we have being expunged, being taken out, is, of course, depending on the exact nature of any wrongdoing. Anything that is a serious offence, anything that is a civil crime against the Union to a high enough level, I would have to pursue. But as long as it's a low enough level, I will see what I can do, and if we can look the other way. And
Not Aerowen Silvertail, by the way. That's just another guy. I'm just asking, like, it's like one of those like, this might be things, but not really. You know
Is
what I
he
mean?
a friend, Haregon?
Sure. Yeah, let's go with that.
Oh,
Unless
sure.
it is, in which case I am, but hypothetically, I'm not.
Alright, we take the deal. Now,
Yes.
where's the food?
Droghar tries to get Aries, not Aries, Aries' attention. He sees this really ornate mug on the table. Psst. Bunny, grab the mug. Grab the mug.
Can I sleight of hand it?
okay. First of all, make me. I try to think what the class is as. Droghar, make me a stealth check.
Oh gosh.
to see how loudly you're whispering this to Arrow.
He's like yelling it, booming.
Oh my gosh, you've got to be kidding me.
It's a nat
It's a nat 1. I got a 2.
one.
I got a 2.
You
Guys,
are,
too.
you
I
are
knew
not
it.
only saying this as loud as possible, you happen to be standing in like the epicenter of the echo of this room, where it just booms around the room. Not only that, like literally Captain Aegis is like right there. He's like literally standing right next to you. And you go, take them. Marc, it's like boom, 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 and everyone just
Marc.
looks at Droghar, and it's like, yeah, I wouldn't recommend that. I will still arrest you if you steal right in front of me.
I kid. I kid.
It's a funny.
Our darling. Russian.
He slaps Arrow on the back.
But you folks may go, and there are a few places still in the city that are doing lodging, that are doing meals in this evening. And he gets the Captain Eggs to bring him over something to write and say, like, anything that you owe for that, please show them this. And that any money they are owed will be taken care of by the council itself.
Captain
Captain
Aegis. Captain
Yes, sir.
Aegis, sir.
Yes.
First off, I want to say I'm quite excited and thankful to be a part of this adventure.
Captain Aegis is 100% listening to you, but also at the same time keeps looking at the corner of his eye at Droghar. He just 100% does not trust him enough not to look at him anymore.
I am thankful to be doing this work for you, to be able to protect this fine city. My question to you, sir, and maybe a humble request. Do you know, since you seem to be one who handles records, do you have any documentation pertaining to the events of Unification Day? Do you have any access to any records of any kind, any documentation that I might be able to sort of peruse and gain insight from?
And I'll see you for a second. Not personally. It's not something that I myself have studied in any depth. All the information regarding Unification Day, as far as I am aware, is held at our arcane library.
Okay.
And looked over by the wizard Demu, who is the head there. As far as I know, that's the best source for any of that information. I don't know of anywhere else in the city that does. You might have some luck at a few book traders and stuff in the middle tier and lower level, but that would be just sheer chance if they do have anything.
Understood, sir. I do appreciate the help there, and
So
again,
Captain Aegis takes the stuff from them as you're talking, from Lord Fafnir to hand to you all. We're basically saying that you're working on behalf of the council and to basically keep receipts of whatever you need to, and they have to bill it to the council. So it's like with that, Lord Fafnir says, he also gets them to bring over little gold bags with 250 Gideons in it for each of you, so you each can add an extra 250 Gideons onto your money, or just take a note that you've got an extra 250 Gideons on you. And with that, he says, thank you so much for your assistance. Captain Aegis will meet you in the lower levels in the morning with the details of and maps to get to where you need to go. But thank you so much for your service to the city and on behalf of the council. And with that, like, Captain Aegis like raises his hand as Lord Fafnir returns to his seat and kind of like escorts you out. And you're very hastily, even though you're carrying those bits of paper, you're very hastily like taken out of the upper ring, like just to ensure that that stuff's not going to get upper tier for anything. And get used in the lower levels a little bit more.
All right.
But that's it. So you've got this evening
Is it
until
just
tomorrow.
the group of us kind of outside where there's not a lot
Yeah,
of
basically you've been taken to the bottom of the gates, and the guards have watched you go past. So you're now in the kind of like the middle ring.
Are there?
So correct me if I'm wrong. Did they say we get like an unlimited shopping spree? Because I could buy all kind of stuff, like just all kind of stuff.
Droghar does need gauntlets and
I
a
need
nice
new armor.
sword sheath.
I could buy stuff for my ship. I could buy whatever I want, and then sell it back to them, make a profit. I like it. Beautiful.
Do
Alright,
we-
Darren.
What do you guys want to do?
Arrow's definitely gonna be heading to like some kind of armor.
Oh yeah. I need all new weapons.
I'm gonna head with
Yeah.
them. Drogar's gonna
Yeah.
head with them.
I think we all should go.
Yeah.
I'll tag along.
If there is a pub along the way, though, Droghar would like a beer.
We'll drink, big guy. We'll drink.
So as you start to head through the middle tier, are you looking for stuff in the middle tier, or you go back to the lower ring?
Do they have better shops up here? Like that'll have better stuff?
They have better shops up here, but like you would know personally that just because it's up in the middle ring doesn't going to get the best of the best. Like, 'cause you like working under the table, so you know people, especially like you know Soraya can send you the right people in the lower tier. That's it might not be the fanciest looking place, but they can get you what you need.
Hey, Cross.
Is
Yeah.
Soraya's is that on the way to like are we gonna pass it on the way to like the shops and stuff, Soraya's place, or is that backtracking?
Well, if you go down to the lower tier of stuff, and then Sin City's pretty much in the middle of like where the big shopping district is. She's got like a prime location in the midst of everything in the lower tier.
Okay.
So you can stop by there. If you want, you can try places up in the middle tier and see what you can find.
It's up to you guys.
Hey, I got a question. So if we go down to the lower tier, how far is the halfling couple from the lower tier? Like, is that like a half a day journey or something like that?
It wouldn't be half a day, but it would take you a good few hours. Because
Okay.
like they live in a farmland outside of the town, so they live in like a big patch of land
Okay.
where they grow stuff. So it would take you like a good few hours to try and get out there.
Okay.
If you want to wait until tomorrow, the path that you're going to end up taking is likely to go past them in the morning. If you wanted to stop by there quickly,
Yeah, I think Drogar would just drop some money off by him. Some of the money that he got.
go. Do you want to go and do that now, or do you want to wait until
We can do it on the way out.
Okay, cool. So where are you all heading then? Where are we?
I think the blacksmith,
That's
right?
what I vote for. Yeah, blacksmith.
Yeah.
Armory.
If I'm going to learn to work with you, I kind of need to do some different activities with you and get to know you better, so I think I will tag along.
So everybody's heading to the blacksmith. Are we staying in middle tier, or are we heading? Yeah.
I've already left him, headed to Grunder's.
You're heading to Weird and Grunderful Delights.
I'm like, y'all are idiots. I know where to go.
Are you all following her, or do you all want to go?
Follow Erellia.
Or we follow. Yeah.
I know there's good stuff there, so
Yeah.
Yep.
I was so hoping you would go here. This is down in the lower ring. This is a place that Aurelia knows these folks really well. Arrow, you've been here a few times. You've undoubtedly bought a couple of pieces from them, a couple of weaponry from them at time to time. But you come down in front of this, really, it's in the lower tier, so it's a bit of a rickety looking store. It's in the evening. It's barely still open at this point. You see the sign outside, Weird and Grunderful Delights. And it's spelled weird like W-E-E-R-D, and Grunder like G-R-U-N-D-E-R, then a dash full delights. It's kind of like a Weird and Wonderful Delights like pun. It doesn't quite roll off, and nobody really actually finds that funny, but the owners find it hysterical. So you head down to Weird and Wonderful Delights, and you go inside. There's not really anybody inside the shop at this point. It's fairly late in the evening, and they're still kind of open at this point, but like after the attacks in the city and how late it is in Unification Day, basically they're open at this point because Weird just kind of hopes he can make some like late night sales to drunk people that come in. You know, essentially he's the equivalent of being like a takeaway, hoping if he sets up next to a pub, somebody will walk in drunk and just buy something, and he can make a little bit of coin off it. But you come in and the place looks mostly like you've got most of your basic weapons up in the store, like a wall of daggers, axes, swords, nothing majorly fancy, bows, different ammo and archery equipment. a few things that are in there. You go in and you see an orc gentleman standing behind the counter, looking like he's working on something. Where the front desk is kind of here, he's at a desk just behind it, or like a table just behind it, where he kind of looks like he's sharpening stuff and then working on stuff. The one that kind of forges the weaponry here. What do you all do?
My friend, hello. How are we? We are here to buy some of your fabulous armors and weapons and whatnot. I've actually been here before. I have your membership card right here. Oh wait, where's the membership card? I don't have it. I have a loyalty card. I've been here a few times before. So we want to buy some cool stuff. We have unlimited money. That should be news to you and wonderful to you because the city's gonna pay for all of this. So we're gonna go crazy, mate. We're gonna go crazy. We're gonna buy stuff. Gonna wealthy. All right. Well, I won't go first. Who wants to go first?
Droghar steps up to the counter and slams his greatsword on the table. Droghar would like a sheath with fur on it and some gauntlets with fur. Make that happen. Thank you very much.
You see Grundar puts down the stuff in the back and he kind of walks over to the side a little bit and you hear a voice coming from the area at the back. Who in the hell is making all that late at night? We're meant to be almost closed.
Well, hello. Hi.
It's a rhetorical question. Shut up.
Oh, okay. Yeah, sorry.
You see
We're
the
about to spend a lot of money in here, though, so you shouldn't tell me to shut up. That's not really nice, is it?
That's not nice.
Shut up.
No, we're going to take our business elsewhere. You know who I am.
Fine, bugger off then.
You know who I am.
You see the curtain swing open and literally this little goblin guy walks out from behind there. There's a clove into his mouth and lights it. It's like, oh, for frack's sake, is the bunny again?
Yes. Remember last time I requested your loyalty card? You wrote it on a slip of paper. I don't know why. I don't even know what that means, but I'm a frequent shopper here. And listen. This time, we have unlimited money to spend from the council.
Can any of you shut him up?
And the
You're all in
council-
here with him. Someday,
You were just okay. You're being so rude. You're being.
I will
very
literally
rude.
pay one of you if you can shut the bunny up.
Fine. Give me some frickin' half-plate armor.
Some half-plate armor. Alright.
Hey guys, I know you're about to close soon, but I had to come here because you guys are the best in the entire city, and we need basically a whole new outfit, and we have money to spend. We need the best of your best in everything.
It's like you see, like Weird walking up to he walks up like little steps at the counter so that he's kind of up at counter height. Like Erellia. You see Weird's kind of demeanor totally changes. Like he recognizes Erellia. He's quite glad that she's here. Like as opposed to Arrow, who's like really not wanting to deal with it. Like Erellia, of course, sweetheart. You know you can come in here at any time. You're all asking for quite a fair bit of stuff. I hope you've got some coin to pay for that amount of stuff and. Some of that stuff's going to take a little bit of time to forge. We don't have a lot of it on hand.
Whatever you need, we have, except for maybe time.
Droghar slides
So
close.
we can always give you a little bit extra if you are able to expedite.
Yes, we are here on official council business. We are essentially,
You say
Helping
council
with-
business?
indeed.
The bird.
This is a fine,
embarrass
upstanding
me.
establishment. There's no reason for any council members or guards to be in here.
No.
We don't need a raid tonight. We don't need anything like that.
Captain
We're
Birdman,
completely-
send us. Captain Birdman, send us.
The birds
We are
sent
here-
me.
we
No,
are here-
no.
The
Don't
more
deal
y'all
with the
talk,
birds.
the less we get done. Shut up!
It's like, Erellia, I don't deal with the birds. I've had them in here 3 times today.
I
You
understand.
know they come in here, they know they look for illegal stuff in this shop. I do sell it, but that's not the point. They come in here non-stop, and I'm not dealing with anything official council. they find out any of the stuff I've got in here, this shop is done.
Well,
You need to promise me that I ain't going to have some birds in here following you lot.
Kind sir, there won't be any issue. They are here to support us.
Shut up, Erellia.
you know, me more than anyone hates those freaks, but
That's why I'm looking at you and why I'm giving you a weird look here, because working on the council's behalf is not something up your alley, so I'm hoping you can convince me that this is okay here.
she leans in so only he can hear. I'm just trying to see how far this goes and to see how much I can get out of these suckers. And if I can help my friends along the way, that's all I can do. I can't promise they aren't going to be spying on us, because it sounds like they were already spying in the first place on me. But if you're smart, I know you can hide your stuff. Just lie low, and the money will come in.
Alright. And I'll help you out. I'm not going to be able to handle all the orders that you're doing, but in the time limit I've got, I'll do my best to give you what I can and give you a little bit of help for this.
Droghar's favorite color is blue, by the way. Just
We can send that one up to the middle tier.
It's the bunny I'm more worried about. He doesn't shut up.
Hey, how many times? Hey, listen.
You
listen.
are pushing it, bunny.
How many times have I come in here and given you business? First of all, with my crew.
All right,
in
all
order
right.
for you-
Arrow, just give me a list and get out of here.
Fine. I'll go to Sir.
No, none of y'all are leaving here. None of y'all are leaving here. It's like, you'll walk in here into this business, I ain't letting anybody else wander in here. It's like, Grunder, go lock the door, close the blinds. You see, Grunder goes for the behind the thing and goes and locks the door, puts the close sign up, and like pulls all the blinds down so nobody can see in the store. And you see like Weird look around a little bit, and then he just presses a button underneath his thing, and you see like a lot of other stuff starting to appear. Like it is literally like one of those like old school spy shows where everything kind of flips over. Like you've got your weaponry, but you've got different magical items popping up, a few magical things coming through. Like there's an array of like magical rings with different effects to them. You've got a kind of what looks like a tall standing mirror, but with a big like blanket over the top of it, so you're not even quite sure what it looks like. And there's other stuff. He's an artificer, so he creates things that move. So you see stuff like a luggage case for carrying your stuff, but on legs that walks itself, and all these random little bits and pieces. He says, it's Unification Day, so I don't have a lot of supplies left. This is one of the biggest selling days, so a lot of our stuff has kind of went above and below the table. But feel free to peruse, see what you want in here. Give me a list of some of your items that you want, and I'll see what I can do for you.
Bag of holding.
Bag of holding. Grunder, do we have any bag of holding left? I know we didn't have that many. Don't freaking argue with me. Go check the back. You see the orc like clumping through to the back. He'll be back in a minute with that.
And is there anything better than you can do than this scimitar? Anything better than my cutlass? I said scimitars. Cutlass?
Better than your cutlass? Let me see what I can do with this. How much time have we got to work on this stuff? When do you guys need this for?
I mean, I guess till tomorrow.
Till tomorrow, like when tomorrow? Like first thing tomorrow, or like
Morning.
tomorrow night? Morning. Ooh, okay. Alright, you guys are not going to get a lot of stuff done on this by morning, because at this point it's already, you're talking like 9 o'clock at night. And it's like, so it's like, I can do maybe one thing special for each of you. It might not even be up to scratch of what you're looking for in that short amount of time, but I'll do what I can for you. trust me, you'll get a better deal out of me than you will beggars up in the middle tier. Then what you sell an arm and a leg for half the stuff that I've got. Alright, so who's looking for what? So you want something done with your cutlass, see what we can do with that tonight. Is that the one piece you're wanting worked on?
You do 2 cutlasses or just 1?
If they're a pair, we can try and do 2.
Okay, he puts both of them on the table.
Alright, I'll take those.
And also my half plate. There's nothing special about that, right? Just a regular half plate.
Yeah, just regular.
Okay.
Alright, so he puts your cutlasses in. Okay, so the Haregon's getting these cutlasses done. What else we getting?
Hi, darling. My name is Aries. I'm new here. You have a very interesting and completely fantastic shop around here.
Quit with the sweet talk, sweetheart. If you want this by the morning, I need to know what you want. What you looking for?
Hey, if you rush me, I'll just be silent.
If you don't tell me what you want, I ain't giving you nothing.
I just need a black cloak and some lightweight leather gauntlet and armor. Very
that's
light.
3 things. I can get you one of those by morning. I got 5 people's loads of stuff to do here, so I can get you one of those by tomorrow morning.
I need a very strong, very lightweight cloak. If you
Strong, lightweight cloak. Do you need it to do anything special?
If it could disguise me better or have any magical properties, I'd love you forever.
Alright, I'll see what we can do. So it's black cloak, cutlass. Alright, big beggar, what do you want?
Yeah, so you're able to sharpen sword, and do you have any extra gauntlets? Light leather gauntlets.
I'm sure we got some gauntlets. I'll see if Grunder can find them, and we can do the sword sharpening. That's no issue.
You have beautiful shop.
Yeah. Over the formalities, and it looked. Alright, I'm going to charge you extra for that sword sharpening actually, because he just realizes the size of it. That sword's like triple my size. That's going to take a little bit of effort, so I'm going to charge a little extra for that.
Droghar throws some Gideons on the table. Hopefully that would cover. Throws 100 Gideons on the table.
Dude, the council's paying for this stuff.
Droghar
Too late.
slowly...
No, too late. Greaves already put it in his pocket. There we go. The moment that I hit the counter, Greed had it. He was like, nope.
if you have an extra sheath or some leather I can wrap the sword with, that would be great as well, since I just gave you a fifth of what I have. Thank you.
I'll see what we can do. I ain't promising much. I'll see if I've got a spare sheath, but for a great sword that size, I'm not promising nothing. Alright, fancy pants, what you want?
So, are you talking to me?
I'm
Wow.
talking to you.
Okay. Just wanted to clarify that. So, it would seem, sir, that in our last battle, I seem to have damaged, and he takes off his goggles that he has, and places them on the table. I seem to have damaged my goggles in battle. And see, they tend to help fairly well with the shimmer and blindness that magical effects tend to create, and helps me, focus more in battle. Would you be able to repair these?
I think so. Looks like there's some of the lenses are cracked in there, so that'll begin use. We can probably do this. That shouldn't be too much issue.
Fantastic. I have complete confidence in you, sir.
Alright, and my sweet Erellia, what can I do for you, darling?
Well, none of my weapons are really worth anything, but I just need a bow and arrows. And honestly, my quiver really needs to be replaced as well.
Okay, new bow, new quiver, arrows, anything?
Don't know if you just have one hiding in the back. It happens to be like the best one you got.
Not much left. You're coming at the very end of Unification Day. I ain't gonna have much stuff left, but I'll see what I can do you for.
And I do see some clothes in the corner over there that are already made.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just gonna have you add that to my tab.
Yeah, absolutely. This is all specialized stuff I'm going to have to work on overnight, but feel free to peruse the rest of our stuff that we've got in stock. Like I said, we don't have a massive stock left, but feel free to have a look around. If there's anything that you want, just ask. More magical, more expensive, obviously. But feel free to peruse a little bit, and I'll take this order through a Grunder who is apparently gotten lost in the back. So you see the goblin jump down for the steps and heads through to the back to give the list of stuff to the orc Grunder. Do you guys want to peruse the shop at all? Do you want to look around? Do you?
Sir, I do have something that I am looking to acquire, if you do so have it. Looking for dual-wielding weapons. Smaller weapons, maybe daggers or something of that caliber.
Some daggers? We can get you some good daggers here. He points it over to the wall at the other side. There's a few pairs of daggers left over there. You can go have a little look at. Depending how fancy, how ornate you want them, or anything like that, it'll cost you a little more. But feel free to go and have a little look-see at them and see what's in stock.
Hey,
Are there like rafters or like high up places that I could like jump up and walk on and just kind of cruise?
Oh,
like
rafters! I legitimately thought you said raptors.
That would be amazing, though.
It's not like raptors. Why is there raptors in here? It's a magic shop. Like. All right.
hey, I got a question.
Yeah, there's high up rafters and stuff. If you want to go up down, by all means.
Yeah, I just kind of jump up there and just kind of peruse, just like a cat would, just kind of observing everything.
Are there any mugs in here by chance, like ale mugs?
There are a few mugs. If you want to go over and have a look and see various sizes, various materials are made of, if there's anything you're looking for specifically.
Droghar is going to be looking for the nicest one they got and the biggest one.
Alright, so you see a bunch of like little just mugs and cups and tankers and stuff, and then there's one that's a bit bigger. You go over and have a look at it. It's pretty much Droghar size. Is kind of the sort of tanker that you'd be looking for. Sorry, my watch is moving. So you go over and you pick it up and have a look at it. It's about your size. You realise it's kind of... it's got a bit of a higher price tag on it. It's like, as you have a look at it, it's about 75 Gideons on this one, because of... it says like other properties, but there's nothing really specific on the thing. But you can always ask if you want to try and get some more information on it.
Excuse me. Forgot his name. What's his name again?
Weird.
Excuse me, Mr. Weird.
Yeah, big fella, what can I do you for?
This mug. Can I get a break on it? Because of the extra money, you know, the fifth of my income that I had, that I threw on the table.
I like your spirit. No. Prices on it is what it is. I mean, we can't just sell refilling for like low level coin, you know what I mean? It's like...
Wait. Did you say refilling mug?
You put in like whatever liquid you want in it. Until you empty it out completely, as long as there's a little bit in it, it'll refill that liquid.
Droghar,
water in there, you can put...
Droghar, before he finishes, Droghar slams the money on the table. Takes the mug.
75, thank you so much, sir.
You're muted.
Arrow, you're muted, son. We can't hear you.
Do you have two of those?
Refilling mugs?
I'll take one if you have one.
I think big fella might have just got our last one. Let me get to check in the bag, see if Grunduck can find any.
Me
but
and the
that
bunny
might have
can
been the
share.
last one. There you go. You can share. Beautiful.
Oh no.
I don't spit much when I drink.
Backwash from a Goliath.
All right. Anyone else looking at anything else? Like I said, there's ornate stuff. There's the cups there. There's ornate weapons and different things. A few magical pieces round.
Sir, an inquiry for you. Do any of these daggers here possess any magical abilities?
Well, most of the ones that we've got left. Excuse me. Clove gets to you. Most of them are just your regular run-of-the-mill daggers. These ones here, though. Let me have a little look. Alright, so these ones here, they're a little bit fancier, but they do have one special enchantment on them. And these cost about... I'd say about... Since you're down here and asking for some other stuff, I'd say probably about, for these, about 50 Gideons each. So you're talking 100 Gideons for the pair. But the magical enchantment on these is called Blink. Basically, once you throw these, you can use these as regular daggers, but if you throw them, they return to your hand.
Ooh. That is fantastic.
So yeah, about 100 Gideons for these, but like you said, you're looking for dual wielding stuff, a little bit of an enchantment. I think that's the only thing we've got with any sort of enchantment left on it. Yeah, the rest of them are all mostly your run-of-the-mill daggers.
And he goes ahead and slides the 100 Gideons to you. Sir, pleasure doing business with you.
You guys,
Pleasure,
the
this
city
is
is
the use.
paying for this stuff. You were wasting money.
Droghar get receipt.
Oh my god.
City still pay.
Alright, so you can go ahead and write down daggers with blink on those. I need to get the stats. I do not have the stats for fighting here, but I will grab them quickly before we actually get into a fight. Alright. Anyone else want to look at anything else in the shop?
We are getting
Did you
receipts
say-
for this, right?
No,
Did
you
you say there
paid
were-
money.
Enchantment rings?
Yeah, there's a bunch of enchanted rings.
Okay, I jumped down like from the rafters and like right in front of him and just start kind of looking at the rings. What am I looking at? Like how many are there? What do they say?
Let me get to the rings. So you see a bunch of different rings. These are like really like top of the line looking rings. They're all very beautiful, very ornate, very diamonds, rubies, sapphires, lots of beautiful gems to them. Each of them just kind of has a name to them, but they don't really have a description of what they do. In fact, even like most of the stuff that's on them, this is like one of the tables that rotates. This stuff is like completely under the table magic items. So like most of the stuff is like even rubbed off, so it doesn't even totally say the names of the rings. But there's quite a few. There's about a good 10 rings, I think I've got. Yeah, there's about a good 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, about 8 rings or so.
Hey, darling. What about these rings over here? Can you tell me anything about them?
These are some of your top of the line magic rings here. Each of them have variety of different effects that they can do. Some of them are cursed items, so be careful with which ones you actually want to peruse and use and put on. Some of them are beneficial and can be helpful, but it's up to yourself. Is there any that you want to look at in specific? Anything that you're looking for? Any charms or anything that come into mind?
Do you know which ones are cursed?
I think so. I think I remember what ones are cursed.
Alright, darling. So, I am a bard, and I'm looking at something that might enhance my musical abilities. Do you have anything like that?
Musical, let's see. I think the closest that we've got is possibly the Ring of Assistance. Could be a benefit to you. So Ring of Assistance allows you advantage on rolls up to 3 times per long rest. Must declare use of the item prior to making the roll. If it's not declared or attempts to be used more than 3 times, then all hostile creatures gain advantage on you in next combat.
Ooh.
So it's a benefit to you, but there is a little bit on it. Then there's some negative connotations, which you'll get with most magical items. But that may be your kind of like best bet on magical rings here to kind of assist with that. I don't have anything specific for bards or for musical or performance checks, but that one might be able to give you a wee assistance here and there.
Is it cursed that you know of?
Well, it's cursed in the sense of like if you go over the 3 uses for a long rest, like it gives everyone advantage on attacks on you. So like,
Yeah.
As long as you're careful with that one.
What does it look like?
So the Ring of Assistance is kind of like a ring kind of overlaps itself. It looks almost like 2 hands like holding and helping each other. But it's also got like just off of the sides of the hands, which would be on the wrist going around the band, you see a variety of different coloured jewels on it and gems.
How much is it?
For the Ring of Assistance, hold on, give me a sec. I guess to go behind the till and have a little look at his paperwork for it. It's like the rings don't get used on a typical day basis. For the Ring of Assistance, that's going to cost you about 100 Gideon for that.
Okay. I'll go ahead and take it.
Alright, Ring of Assistance. Decent payment for that, darling.
The government is paying. The government.
That's a good one. Government's paying.
The government is paying. I mean, that's what it is. The council is.
And I'm just meant to take your word for that.
We have these papers.
Paper. There you go.
Okay. Weird looks at it and like unscrolls it. Like.
Told ya.
Government will cover anything.
Can Droghar have his money back?
All deals are final. Cover anything up to 150 Gideons. Nice. Well, it looks like you're still within your limit for that, darling. So, there you go. Now I'll take that up with the government. He makes a note of it in the receipt to hand it to you and a copy for himself that he puts with that. I'm going to keep a hold of this just so I can waft it in their direction.
No worries, and thank you. You're such a handsome goblin.
Alright, enough of the pleasantries. So
Can
you
I
go
go
ahead.
over? Can I jump on Drogar's shoulder and just kind of sit
If
there?
you want, you need to ask him.
No, I just jump up there. I just jump.
I look up and I say, so just to be clear, the mug is covered by the city, right?
Yep.
I think so, yeah.
Okay. Just want
What
to
about you,
check.
big fella? Can I interest you in a ring as well? You want a ring?
Droghar not paying for anything else, but I will take one on city.
If you've got the same bit of paper that your furry friend there had. Yeah, this stuff.
Pulls out a bald piece of paper and just sets it on the counter. Take this to see it.
Yeah, it's a good thing I got your money beforehand, isn't it?
What type of rings do you have? I doubt it will fit on my finger.
You can always try them on and see if they fit.
That's a good way to get it stuck.
What other rings do you have?
Yeah, I've got a bunch of different rings to do a bunch of stuff. I'm sure I've got the paperwork of all the details here for.
Anything that will help with fight. Droghar love to fight.
Let me have a little look. I don't think I've got anything that helps with fighting. I've got rings of friendship, rings of perception filter. We done the ring of assistance. I've got nothing that helps in fighting specifically. The rings are usually used for that we've got used for other stuff.
What about stealth?
For you, my darling, I might have something for stealth. Here. Try this one on, and it's almost like a ring that looks. There's not much ornateness to it, and it's kind of looks like it's faded at the top. This is the ring of perception filter. Basically, as long as you are wearing this ring, you will be able to add an extra +1 onto any stealth checks. And you can basically wander about the city. Actually, no, I'll change that wording for that one. And give you advantage on any stealth checks that you make.
Ooh.
And the perception filter, as long as it takes, will last as long as you need it to, as long as you're wearing the ring, unless you draw attention. So, like, if you roll advantage and hit your stealth check and get a higher thing on it, you can literally walk about just until you draw attention to yourself.
Do I have enough money left in my purse for this?
No, it depends if you got a fancy bit of paper, like.
Oh, here it is.
Nice. And it does a receipt for you as well, and that's like, alright, I'll take those up with a.
I knew you were the best.
Of course.
That's why I
nothing else.
came.
And here's my fancy bit of paper for my stuff here.
You may need to pay out of pocket.
What? Oh, the government is paying.
Alright. Well, Grunder and I are going to work on all your other bits and pieces. Let me check these down. So we had gauntlets for Droghar,
And a sheath, if possible.
a sheath if possible, cutlass for the bunny boy,
And the bag of holding.
bag of holding,
My goggles, sir.
goggles,
Magical cloak of disguise for me.
We got some beast items.
and then. Erellia, did you ask for anything else? Was there anything specific you'd asked for?
Yeah, it was the bow, arrows, and
Bow and
quiver.
arrows. Bow, arrow, and quiver, that's right. Alright, so he takes note of everything, and he basically, like, if there's nothing else you're looking for in here, you can head on out and come back first thing in the morning. We should have all these items sorted for you, and I'm assuming these are all on the city's budget as well.
Yes.
Indeed, sir.
Alright. So he hurries you out there, and Grunder gets to work on your items.
Alright, darlings. I need a rest. Does anyone know a good place to go?
Oh, I do. Let's go to Soraya's place. It's lovely, lovely establishment. I love it there. Love the owner, sort of.
Is there beer there?
Yes, there is. Good stuff on tap. Maybe you could convince them to sell your stuff there. Look at that, genius idea. Let's go there.
Alright, so you guys head. It's not that far from Weird and Grunderful to Sin City. They're fairly close to each other and work in unison quite a bit. As opposed to Weird and Grunder, who are completely like shutting down for this evening. Sin City is like wall to wall people almost. As you go in the doors there, like you see a lot of people.
Oh, real quick.
A lot of girls.
On the way over, do I see any of my crew at all?
Roll me a perception check.
Okay.
See if you-
Let's see. That is a 17.
17? Nice. Yeah, so you see a few of them that are kind of like, they're all at their face at this point. I mean, they were missing like during the battle and everything earlier, so at this point they're all completely at their face. You see First Mate Leo, along with the Quartermaster and one of the crewmates, Brutus and Yos Van Yos, like all kind of like heading through the street. They're kind of heading through the streets, about to head back down to the ship for the evening and stuff.
I whistle to Leo.
Captain!
You f***ing idiot! Where were you earlier? all the stuff went down, the plan was to be in the crowd disguised, and we were gonna steal stuff. Where the hell were you?
Sorry, Cam. Sorry.
Oh my gosh. Idiots. Seriously.
We got a
And
bit
you
drunk.
spent like 200 squib. Ah!
Sorry, Captain. The crew got a bit excited. We've not been in shore leave for a little while. We've not been on land for a bit, and they kind of took advantage of some of the stuff available, and they got a little overzealous. And I know we were meant to be in the crowd, but I figured it'd be best if I kept an eye on them, and we didn't lose too much money and stuff.
Fine. Listen, I'm gonna do a job. So, I need you to mind your manners, behave, stay up on shore. All the fees for the ship shall be taken care of. But yes, tell the men they could relax in the city, and I'll give them. I'll here. And I pull out 100 gold. I just handed it 100. Here, take 100. Treat them into something nice. Oh. And I want to introduce you to somebody. I know it's not like a weird thing where you introduce different races together. I know I'm not trying to be weird about it, but this is my new Tabaxi friend. You're a Tabaxi, she's a Tabaxi. Y'all are both Tabaxi. I think that's really cool, because I haven't seen a lot of Tabaxi. So this is my new friend. Her name is Aries. Aries, this is Leo. He is my first mate of my crew, and he is a trusted friend of mine. There we go. Introductions have been made.
Before Leo knows it, Droghar is like standing right beside him.
You could take a step.
I just put my hand on his head.
Yeah, don't do that.
Leo starts to go for his pistol.
No, Leo, he does that. He's a little weird. He's a little screwed up in there.
Captain, there's like a Goliath petting me.
Droghar like cat people and bunnies.
I give
And
him
bears.
I give him an extra 10 here, just for your troubles.
Thank you, Captain.
Yeah.
And I just kind of walk on by. I don't even notice. I'm just like, whatever. Right into the end.
I'm walking down. I've got my face in a book, but I just happened to peek out to see all this happening, and then slowly put my book back up. And walking.
I see you kind of doing like like Belle and the start of Beauty and the Beast, like just walking through the city, just like the book's up here covering your face, but you're still managing to like avoid everything. Imagine you step over stuff around people, not walk into anything, and go straight inside. So you guys head inside, leaving first mate Leo Brand very uncomfortable as he heads back to the ship with the crew. And you go inside, and it's like, and inside, like, since it's like the place is just jumping. Like, there are scarlets everywhere. There are.
Do I see Soraya anywhere?
And Soraya is behind the bar along with Fizz, and the two of them are like working crazy, pouring drinks and stuff. And
I find like a high up corner like hammock that's like up on the room, and it's not like crowded. And I just kind of jump up there and just kind of. I can see like everything is Soraya.
And also as well to describe Soraya, because we got right into the roleplay with Soraya last time. I didn't even describe her for the people watching. Soraya is, of course, a red tiefling. Your red skin, long black hair, wears very much kind of like a tight like leather waistcoat on the top. Has a midriff showing, leather pants, very kind of rocker chick look to her. Her eyes are like completely white as well. No iris pupil, anything like that. But she's like behind the bar, like completely working busy with Fizz. Aries goes up into the rafters and works her way up there.
Droghar ducks in the entrance and stands up as he comes in and goes straight for the bar. And slams
I'll
his
tap
new
him on
mug
the
down.
Yeah, big guy. You're gonna love it here, I promise you. Soraya! I need to talk to you.
Where the hell have you been?
Busy! The council... Did you hear about all the mess on the street?
Yeah, I heard the mess on the street. We were hunkered down in here with the door barred to make sure nobody came in and done anything to the bar.
Well, we had something a little bit to do with that. It was
I
attacked
should have
by...
known.
It was attacked. We were attacked by... Oh, yeah, these are my new friends, by the way. But get to that later. We were attacked by these goblins, and he pulls out the one of the coins that he took from the goblin. I need to know if this looks familiar, and he hands her the coin.
You pulled a gold coin off of them?
Yeah, but isn't that weird? That's not a squib.
A gold Nobody in this area carries gold anymore.
I know!
Why would they be carrying gold on them? Like, that. Nobody in the city, nobody in the area, like, everyone uses Gideons. This isn't something that you would find here. I mean, I can definitely ask around and see if any of the girls can get some information, but off the top of my head, I've not seen gold pieces like this, unless it's people from out of the country coming in, like, exchanging it. I've not seen it in a long time.
Well, these goblins had them on them. We got a few pieces. And the council has tasked us to go and hunt these group down. I'm not sure if they really gave us direction. In fact, my ADHD was kicking in and I wasn't paying attention half of the time. But
yeah, that sounds like you.
But we're tasked to kill these things. I don't know if there's anything. Let me know if there's anything you can tell me about them. I need to know what we're going up against.
All right, I'll ask the girls and see if they've picked up any information on that, because this is definitely a bit unusual. You're messing with the council now. Just be careful. You get yourself in trouble with most people, and like if you mess with the council, they will kill you. Like, they don't mess around with stuff like that. There's a reason we stick to the lower tier here.
I know. Anything about you know who that I should know? Has he been around here with this stupid pepper box?
No, not seen anything more of the Null in a long time. It's not since he's seen you this afternoon. Like, as far as I know, they're still in the city. Their ship's still in the harbour, but not seen him hiding ahead of him. I'm chances are he probably won't stop by here again. If he does, it'll be because you're here and he's wanting to mess with you again, no doubt.
I hate him so much.
Well, apparently the feeling's mutual.
Well, I need a room. Can I get a room?
For all your friends?
Sure, I guess.
Are you sharing a room, or...?
What? No.
We have papers.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that's true. We have papers. Thank you so much, Erellia. We have papers from the council that said they're paying for practically anything we want. So,
Alright, give me that here. I don't believe that for a second until I read it myself.
Give them the paper. Yeah, sure. The papers. And on those papers, it specifically says that I get a room plus maybe 2 girls for the night.
No.
Maybe 3.
Leave those poor girls alone.
Oh, they enjoy my company.
They're paid to enjoy your company, you idiot.
Well, Serena likes me a lot. We played board games last time she came. Last time I was here, we played board games. It was actually quite fun.
Soraya, just ignore him and just get all of us the biggest meals possible.
Alright.
And a room.
Alright, I'll get a room sorted for all of you.
Rooms, with the S on the end of it.
Well, I can probably do you 2 rooms for this evening to split amongst you for what we've got left in the building. It is Unification Day. We're freaking packed. If you want, you can set up in your rooms, and Fizz can get you some food, but once we get dealing with the crowd a little bit, he can bring some stuff up to you.
Hey, Book Boy, you want to share a room or what?
I suppose it wouldn't be too much trouble to share boarding with my new furry friend.
I don't even know your name, bro.
Oh, I don't believe I've actually introduced myself. My deepest apologies. How rude of me. So, my name is Minnich Aroumenar. That's Aroumenar.
Alright. I don't care. I'm gonna take my meal down here. I ain't gonna share with nobody. You know me. I will just sleep where I normally sleep.
Yeah, you can bunk in the back again. That's fine, Erellia.
I'll still give you the
Arrow,
money, though.
An Arrow or any of the rest of you, if you're wanting any company tonight, that is not covered by the council. They will not pay for that. You'll have to pay out of your own pocket. And if you're all sharing a room and wanting multiple girls in there, that counts as something extra.
Never mind. The government's not paying. I want no part. Well, maybe so. I'll think about it.
Soraya, by any chance, do you carry any Kasich absinthe?
Kasich absinthe.
Yes, it is the finest elven absinthe. I do long for it.
Fizz, do we carry that? We might have a case of it downstairs. You don't get much people asking for Kasich absinthe in the lower tier of Union City. We can definitely check for you. Anything else you would like to drink if we don't have it?
I'll just settle for the absinthe. If you don't have it, then I'm completely fine.
Book boy, are you saying you like to throw some back? Is that what's? Are you? A
Yeah!
Yeah. The boys.
Let us drink.
Haha.
I do on occasion tend to imbibe, and it does seem fitting on the eve of this adventure to partake in some wonderful drinks.
Droghar slaps both of them on the back. A little harder than he meant to.
Alright. Fez, go checking if he's got his booze down in the underneath and get them set up with some drinks here. The crowds are starting to disperse. Erellia, you can head back to your room if you want. Get a
Thanks,
break from
sir.
this spot. I don't blame you. Freaking run.
Before y'all leave, though, watch your backs, because with this job, you never know what kind of target that put on our backs.
And Sarai's getting the stuff for you. She 100% knows rafters, Aries. And she looks up and sees. Saraya 100% knows you're up there. I literally just rolled a nat 20 on a perception check for her.
Oh,
So it's like- and what about you? Can I get you anything as well, darling?
And all you can see is just like my eyes, because I'm all black, and they're like this bright green. And it's kind of like just purringly just say, I'm quite content up here. Maybe a little bit of spiked milk and some bread. I'm gonna stay up here for the night. I know Droghar will be up quite late, and so I'm just gonna keep an eye on things.
I'm still going to charge you for sleeping in the rafters. You don't get any discount for that. And if you want the milk and bread, you're going to have to come down for it. I'm not throwing it up there for you.
Fine, my darling. Just leave it on the counter. I'll come get it.
So, real quick metagame. Is this about to be the Hangover with Droghar and Minnich and
Yes!
Aerowen? Like we're gonna
Apparently that's what we're going with.
I am 100% sleeping on the bar. That's happening.
have a big old face tattoo. I'm doing missing teeth.
I only essentially need 4 hours of sleep, so
I don't need any sleep almost.
I honestly don't know how much I need.
Well, I will remind you all that you've all fight recently and you've not had a long rest yet, so if there's anything you've used up, you might want to take advantage of that, since I can tell you there's going to be some conflict coming up, so you might want to take advantage of a long rest.
Yeah,
Well, that's
I'm
up to
definitely
you.
taking a long rest.
That is
I'm
up to
definitely
you. If
taking a-
you guys want to drink yourselves into a pit and not recover, by all means, that is up to you.
I can take a long rest on the bar.
Same.
gosh.
Need no long rest.
Forget the room we paid for.
I'm a mountain Goliath. I sleep on rocks. I could definitely sleep on the bar.
I'm crashing on the bar with Droghar.
I'm getting
Alright.
my drink on before I get killed, because who knows with this job.
And then in a little bit, like after like it kind of quiets down and Droghar and like Arrow are completely gone, I just
Like at some point I forget that I have a refillable mug, like it refills itself, and I'm just beyond wasted.
I'm laughing.
and I just jump down and grab like my stuff and I kind of talk to Soraya and just say, you know, how long have you been running this? And sounds like a pretty good gig if you ask me.
Yeah, I've been running this for probably about 5 years now here in Sin City at least. Worked here a little bit, but took ownership about 5 years ago. And yeah, it's hard. Trying to make it as one of the undesirables of Union City, and actually running a business is hard. Tieflings aren't exactly looked upon well in the city.
Would
You're
you
here.
consider this a home?
Union City is a job. is the best place if you're going to make it somewhere and make anything out of yourself. It's the only place left that's worthwhile. And the Sin City is my home. The girls here are my family. Fizz is my family. Erelia's family. Arrow I put up with.
Sometimes.
Interesting. I never really had a home. I don't know if I really want one or not. But you know, this place seems kind of cool.
Well, home can be whatever you want to make out of it. Homes aren't always where you grow up. It's the place that you feel like you belong. And if you don't belong anywhere yet, just keep searching for it.
Yeah, Droghar over there. As thick he may seem, he's not that bad. He's actually pretty good muscle when you're in a tight spot.
I can believe it. You got a Goliath on call. Can't be bad to have around for a bit of bodyguard.
Hey,
Saved my
Aries,
life.
whatever happened to all your beer?
Oh, gosh. I don't know. I think Droghar left it when the thing broke out, but...
Yeah, Droghar's like cart of beer is like 100% was just abandoned.
Yeah.
Yikes.
And it's 100%. At this point, the night, 100% is gone.
Yeah.
It is empty, it has been drank, it is water.
I would say you guys here in the back. Minnich!
It's okay. Droghar actually has a ton back
These
home.
guys-
He's super good at that.
These guys are my best friends. Best friends. 100%.
I love the bunny. He's a funny man.
Best friend.
Where did
Let's
Arrow
go.
even come from? Does anyone know, like, where he's from?
Let me tell you a tale. And I just collapse.
Exactly. They're all tails. You can't trust that fool.
Wait, here we go.
He's a pirate.
Let me tell you. Back, and he just slams his face on the bar. Ow.
What's the bookmarks guy's story?
Do you have time?
Oh boy. You don't seem near as drunk as the other two.
Yeah, I'm just kind of leaning up against the bar with my head down a little bit, but I've got my absinthe that I'm kind of taking sips of. Yes, see, this is the finest elven absinthe. And I'm amazed they even have it here. It's very, very isolated to Kasich Wood, and that's where I hail from. I come from the forest of Kasich Wood. And
Yeah. What he doesn't realise is like, it was a tiny, tiny cask of what we got. Stopped being like Kasich absinthe quite a while ago. He's just too far at that point of like not realising we're just serving him stuff that kind of looks and tastes like it and overcharging him for it.
Droghar slowly takes his glass and slams it back and slides it back over.
Alright, gentlemen, I think it's time for you all to go to your room while you can still walk. We're going to be closing for this evening, and I would like you all in the actual bar when I'm trying to clean up.
Droghar, go get some rest. I'll be up high if you need me, alright?
Okay, Aries.
fair enough. I will retire for the evening.
Arrow is like plastered, laying on the table on the bar, sleeping. Just
Hey, big fella.
Hey.
Take Arrow with you, would you?
He lifts him and throws him over his shoulder. You have a good night.
You need any help, Soraya? Cleaning up?
Yeah, we could use a little bit of help cleaning up. Just, Unification Day is always a busy day in here.
I got you.
So, you all kind of start cleaning up and start wiping down tables, lifting up chairs. You see as Soraya's out on the floor kind of cleaning up, Fizz stays behind, the gnome stays behind the counter kind of getting everything sorted for tomorrow. A lot of the Scarlets help with the cleanup as well, so you see a few of them starting to help with just picking up chairs, sweeping up a little bit, keeping themselves to themselves, and not too long you all manage to get the bar kind of cleaned up and lock up for the evening. And unless there's anything else anyone wants to do, you all retire for the evening.
Nope.
Alright, so
Can Can I just like play like, even though it doesn't have to be like fully magical, if I just kind of play like was it the Song of Rest, just kind of get everyone mellowed out and just kind of sleep.
yeah, you can play the Song of Rest and kind of do that. And we won't do any take a long rest anyway. So, but you kind of just do it, and you kind of just you're helping clean, but also kind of just playing as well, just as the place is kind of winding down for the evening, and just to help everybody kind of relax and head off, and you all retire to your rooms and stuff, and Aries is up in the rafters, and Erellia goes to her room separate. The boys all go up to their rooms upstairs. Droghar dumps Arrow into his room.
And I just slam myself on the floor and just pass out on the floor.
Yeah, Minnich lies down in the other bed, the two beds, and
Dang, I thought we were sharing a bed.
you can share a bed if you want. That's I just see Minnich just like lying in bed, just kind of trying a very restful kind of like just rest, and Arrow's just flat out on the bed, completely.
You're past the equator.
It's like Arrow at this point has no taste for personal space whatsoever. He's completely pushing out.
It's a good thing I feel comfortable with woodland creatures.
No, the woodland creature's feeling comfortable with you as well, apart. So, but you all get your rest, and it's the next day, and it's kind of still a celebration day. Like Unification Day happens, and everyone celebrates, but it's kind of like a weekend event. Like there's still stuff happening. Not nearly as hectic as it was yesterday, not nearly as crazy in any way. But as you all are waking up in the bar and stuff, Saria gets Fizz to like make some breakfast for you all that are staying there, and has it like dropped off at your rooms and stuff like that. Aurelia, Saria brings yours in for you, and she leaves some stuff on the bar counter for Aries to come down and get something. Nothing major, just basic breakfast stuff because she's trying to still get the place ready for the day's business. So you'll kind of get ready and get dressed, have your breakfast. Is there anything anyone specifically wants to do this morning before we get into the actual...
I want to talk to Soraya one more time before we leave.
Durgar's gonna grab a drink at the bar before we leave.
Oh man, early morning. Getting that.
Droghar comes to the bar and it's like we're not actually serving alcohol yet, big fella. Technically, we're not even open yet.
Can you get him a nice mimosa? That's a breakfast drink.
So I'm sitting
Never
there.
heard of it.
I'm sitting there at the table, at the breakfast table, and I've got this like wooden toy. It almost looks like a D20, but it's more like spiked in nature, and it's got elven writing on each, like, because you know the D20 has multiple sides, and so it's got elven letters on each side, and I'm just sitting there floating it like it's floating. I'm using magic to float, and I'm just kind of resting with it and focusing in on it, because it's a means of de-stressing before an adventure, and there's a particular significance to the item that I have.
Nice. Well, you're focusing in on your... Is there a name for the item?
It is called a... It's called a Roth. R-A-T-H, Roth.
R-A-T-H. Alright, so you're focusing in on your wrath before you start off your day, and Arrow, you stumble your way downstairs, absolutely hungover.
Ugh.
Oh, look who finally woke up.
No, shut up.
Good morning, Haregon.
Bonnie!
You speak well.
Hey! Soraya, we need to talk.
Surprised you're able to talk after how much
Yeah.
you drank last night.
Yeah, I don't even remember half of what happened. But I do need to ask you, did you find out about that coin? Anything that we need to know?
Asked around with the girls. Not a lot of information on the coin. The coin itself is just regular gold. Nothing of imprint on it really. Nothing to show even where it came from. Anything like that. A few characters every so often come into the city still carrying it on their person without trading it, but it doesn't usually. It's a lot of people that will come into the lower ring, but that's about it.
Any idea where we could find any of these people? Maybe a little bit more information before we know what we're getting ourselves into would be helpful.
Honestly, with the time that I had to look, and I could maybe find out with some more time, but honestly, just over last night, there's not much more information to go on than now. It's not a question any of the girls have asked before, so if we had another night or two to work on it, maybe, but...
Don't have the time. I'm assuming you're keeping that coin, right?
Oh, yeah, 100%.
Yeah, I figured that.
And Saraya kind of like nods behind you and says, I'm assuming that big fella there's with you. And you turn around and look and you see Captain Aegis just standing at the door, his wings kind of still wrapped around him.
Aegis! What do you want?
There's Captain Aegis, Haregon.
Well, I'm Captain Arrow.
Yeah, it's Captain. Funny title
Captain.
for a trader.
Whoa, something else, not Arrow. Anyway, what do you want? We
You see him flip his little notebook open. Arrow.
Nope.
And then closes
like
it back.
That is Arrow. It's short. Arrow is short for Aero
Plane.
Dynamic. It's a weird name, I know. It's super weird. Anyway, what do you want, Captain? We were resting. We're about to go do whatever you requested we do.
Yes, and that's why I'm here. Lord Fafnir asked me to come and give you all the directions, send you off on your way, and make sure you knew where you were heading.
Well, that and is there any other information that we can use about where we're going, what we're doing? I mean, I hate to head out to somewhere blind and have no idea what we're getting ourselves into.
Well, that's exactly why I'm here. Please, follow me. And he turns around and walks out the door.
Alright, before I go, I'm gonna just jump down and go to Saraya. And I just kind of like grab her hand and say thank you so much for your hospitality last night. I don't have much, but here, and then with one of my cantrips, I hate that. The prestidigitation. I don't even like that word.
Prestidigitation.
Yeah. It says I can make like just like a small trinket, and so like I just kind of poof like a little like just very simple, very small, just kind of bracelet that's just very just like silver, but very just kind of small and delicate. I just kind of give it to her and just say thank you so much. What you do here is really amazing. And I just
he said, well, thank you very much. And it's greatly appreciated. It was a pleasure getting to know you, Aries.
And I turn around and I say, Droghar apologized for drinking all your beer.
I don't apologize for taking all your money.
Government's money.
Then before I leave, you see like the wrath that I've got in the air. All of a sudden, just kind of zips down into my pocket, and I stand up and I go over to Saraya. I said, Miss Saraya, you have more kindness than your exterior demonstrates, and I have much fondness and appreciation for it. Thank you for your lodgings.
Thank you. I think.
I'll be back, sis.
See you later, Erellia. Please keep yourself safe with us lot.
Don't worry. I know how to handle myself.
You always do. Come back safe, you hear? So you all head outside. after a lengthy time, Captain Aegis is really but he's still having to deal with you a lot. And he walks you through the lower levels of the city towards the city gate. He says, your mission for today, the mission that the council is asking you to go on, is going to take you into areas outside of the city's reach. You're going to start to head towards the west, away from the shoreline here, away from the city, and your journey is going to take you through the Twilight Forest. Once you journey through the Twilight Forest, from what our reports have said, on the other side there is a mountain range with a old mining entrance. Some of these bandits have been seen hanging around that area. It's very possible they're there and underground. That is the best starting point of where we've last seen them outside of the city and believe that they are being held up. We don't know for a fact of how many there are. We felt like we dealt with them plenty of times before, but there always seems to be more. So be careful, you do not know what you're walking into fully. It seemed to be mostly a goblin attack that we had yesterday. So it's very possible that's the main grouping that is there, although we have had some team up with them in the past, but not for some time. But if you stick to the path through the Twilight Forest, just follow the trodden path on it, it should bring you out pretty much to the mountain range and the mine opening to get to. And he opens up his wings and pulls out maps that he gives over to you. These are some basic maps that we have of the area that have been charted. Obviously, as most of you will be aware, the Twilight Forest is not somewhere that we have charted in great array. Most people who wander in there, that wander off the beaten path, usually disappear into it. So be careful, stick to the path, stick to the known area. Be careful of anything that may come for you there. And be careful with the insurgents that you will face. And hopefully we will see you in a few days as you return.
Alright.
And he closes his wings and starts to walk back into the city gates.
So do we, because we need to go get our stuff.
Do we just follow him?
He kind of watches like
slowly creeping by now.
What are you doing?
We need to go get our gear.
Oh, for goodness sake.
Our weapons are over the same way that you are going. That way.
It's
You know what? I'm done. He unlocks his wings and just takes off.
Flies.
Like, I'm done.
Bye, Captain Birdman.
I guess
He's like just done with you people. He's
He didn't, I
100%
guess.
done.
we were gonna just be walking the same way. I guess it would have been awkward to do that. I don't know. But all right, well, group. I think we shall head to Grundy's. Let's go there, get our stuff, and then go fight some gobbly boys in the forest and make money and be merry. And I'm getting back on my ship and becoming a very rich rabbit.
Very chatty rabbit.
Oh, you know me. It's part of my charm.
So you head back to Weird and Wonderful Delights. You head up and like it's still like all closed up and locked up from the evening before. It's technically not open. But Erellia, you know that when Weird's working on stuff, you can go up and just rattle the door and he'll come and get it for you. So you go up, knock at the door, then you see the door open slowly, and it's Grunder. And he steps back. He steps back and like waves his hand in for you all to come in. And you hear him very loudly. And then from the back you hear, "Oh, they're here! Awesome! I was wondering." Weird comes out like carrying basically a bunch of stuff like wrapped up. Gonna say, All right. Flipping out, you guys were here first thing this morning. Good thing we're really good at what we do. All right, let me see what we got here. All right, so like first of all, to the Haregon over there, we did find we had one bag of holding left, so he tosses that over to you. We have a bag of holding, last one. Please take good care of that. That's high quality stuff there. All right. Next, for our lovely Erellia, you wanted bow, arrows, and quiver. Said here is a brand new bow for you, and with an extra addition onto the distance on it. So the bow has got about a 50 feet range on it without disadvantage, which is about 20 foot more than your average bow, if I'm correct. And so here's a brand new quiver, stocked full of arrows, basic arrows, best I could do overnight, but you're stocked and good to go.
I really appreciate this.
Alright, Smarty Pants fella. Here. Goggles all fixed up. Here you go, sir. He hands you your goggles. For your goggles, when wearing these goggles, you also now have a +1 on top of any perception checks.
Fantastic, wonderful craft work, and the lenses are clear as the day.
Aye. Go and make love to them. I got a job I'm trying to do. All right,
How crude. Oh, all right.
to our cat friend, you wanted a cloak to help with any disguising. So here you go, a cloak. And he hands you over a cloak. When wearing this cloak, you get a +1 on any performance checks that involve disguising yourself.
Ooh.
So it'd be either the performance check or to deception check, depending on what you're doing. But if you're disguising yourself, if it's just a regular check, it doesn't apply. Yeah. Alright, to the big fella, you wanted a pair of leather gauntlets. Here you go. So just for the gauntlets themselves, they'll give you a little bit of grip strength onto your weapon. They're not going to really up your AC or anything like that because they're just gauntlets. But it's a start towards leather armor, so it's a start towards that for you. If you want to work in more stuff, we can definitely work that for you.
Droghar appreciates it.
And Grunder, bring a sword. Here is your great sword. It has been sharpened and ready with a brand new sheath for you.
This is excellent craftsmanship.
So that should be all good to go for you.
Oh wait.
Oh, by the way, the mug was amazing. It was amazing.
Oh, did you enjoy that? I tell you, you can't be weird and grunt stuff here. We know what we're doing.
What about my swords?
Oh, that's right. You gave me swords. Where? Oh, they're still here on the back bench. Okay, here they are. And it brings over your cutlasses. So cutlasses have been sharpened up for you. Perfect for your dual wielding fighting. Let me see. Let me see. Sorry, I should have had this pulled up. Juggling too many things. Loading screen. Useful information should be here. I just want to check your stats on your cutlass beforehand.
Damage is 1d6 plus 3.
So damage on them now is 1d.
So say that again and cut out.
So damage is now 1d6 plus 4.
Okay.
So you got an extra +1 on your cutlasses. Alright, I think that should be everything for you lot.
Those daggers that I purchased, that was basically as is. That he gave those to me right when I purchased it, right?
Yes.
Okay.
And so for the most part, they're basically your standard daggers. So if you want to add them on D&D Beyond or whatever, it's just regular daggers. Just you've got the blink effect on them, so whenever you throw them, they come back to you. So you never have to worry about going, grabbing them, picking them up, or losing them, anything like that.
Gotcha.
Alright, you lot, and I'll take your bill for stuff that hasn't been paid up with the council, but you are all set for your adventure, folks. Head out. Enjoy the new weaponry, enjoy the new item. Don't die.
Oh, wait. Real fast. Question.
Uh-huh.
It's not going to be annoying, I promise. I pull out the other coin that I have, the other gold goblin coin. I'm not giving this to you, but I'm just letting you look at it. It's not yours to keep. I'm just making that clear ahead of time. But have you seen, and he holds it, have you seen anything that looks like this?
He has a look at it and... I mean, it's a gold coin. I don't know what to tell you, fella.
I know, but have you seen anybody trade with it? Have you seen it circulating through the city? Anything that would be helpful? We pulled these off some dead goblins.
You pull them off some dead goblins?
Yes.
I've seen a few people come through with gold on them. It's usually just a couple of pieces, never anything. But be your likes of that, like, you know, kind of the lower levels of the city, your goblin, your drow, your tiefling, stuff like that. They never anybody that would go to the middle tiers, let's put it that way. Gotcha. And it's never people that live within the city. They're always travelling in.
Okay.
And as it beats back to you, it's like that you guys finish up at Weird and Grunderford, your items. Please keep note of all the stuff that you've done, because I'm not going to remember it all. I'm not going to lie. So please keep note of all your new items and grades and stuff like that. You guys head out into the lower tier and start making your way, unless there's anything else you want to do, start making your way towards the Twilight Forest.
Do we pass the halfling's house?
Yes, you stop by the halflings, Reese, and go in.
Alright.
Um,
I'm just gonna go to the front door, like, just give it a pound.
Who's at the door?
It's Droghar. It's just Droghar.
It's like you're talking like a halfling door and this Goliath.
I'll fix door later.
Oh, Droghar! How are you doing, fella? How was Unification Day? We expected you back last night and never seen you.
Droghar and friends got really hammered, so I passed out. But I come to bring you some news. So me and my new friends, say hi.
Hello?
You see the little halflings? Hello there, friends!
Salutations.
We're
Any
going on.
friends of Droghar are friends of ours. Lovely to have you all.
We're going on a little adventure into the Twilight Forest. But
You see their eyes go wide.
we will be gone for a while. But the
You're
city.
going into the Twilight Forest.
Yes.
People don't go into the Twilight Forest, dear. That's not a smart place to go.
We'll be okay. We'll be okay. But thank you for your concern. But what I was going to say was, the city council will take care of any of your needs that you need from a monetary perspective. And if you could, Droghar just pulls 50 Gideons out of his pocket just to kind of help cover any gap in that coverage. This is for you guys.
My goodness.
And if you could, there is one of the casks of beer that we make. What is the name of the Soraya's pub again?
Sensei.
Could you send this to Sin City, inside of the city, free of charge?
Yeah, of course, dear. Of course we can take that for you. This is amazing. Thank you so much for the Gideons. It's like, and they give you a big hug, and Gwen runs over to Aries as well and gives her a big hug as well, because they know Aries, they met her before. And they're like, wait right there, and she runs in and comes out with like a little pack of food and stuff for all of you, and they're here to take this with you. Hopefully we'll be seeing you again when you come out of the forest.
Droghar picks them both up and hugs them, each one with each arm, and then sets
While
them down.
he's doing that and he picks them up, can I try to... I'm assuming the coins that he gave them. Can I try to steal those coins?
Make me a sleight of hand check.
You better pass it.
Make it with disadvantage as well.
Oh my god, it doesn't matter.
Because-
It's like a 7.
I was gonna say, because you're trying to steal these coins out of the hands of the
Yeah.
tiefling because they're holding it, and he's also holding them like up
Yeah.
here, hugging them, so they're like up in midair.
It's
Dro-
a 7.
So you
Droghar,
see like Arrow coming over and like trying to get to the coin bag, but he can't quite get it out of reach just because Drogar's lifting.
Droghar pulls both of them into one arm, and he just he grabs Arrow's wrist and just starts vice gripping it.
Okay, I'm sorry, let go!
You start to hear slight cracks. Let
Good
go
stuff.
of the halfling's money.
It's out of habit, I apologize!
He lets go.
Arrow's really not good at stealing money.
He is the worst pirate.
Haregon, you must really not treasure your hands. Or your arms.
Yeah. What a
Right.
shot.
But we will be off.
You guys say your goodbyes and halfway you head off, and it takes a little bit of time. It's like a half a day journey to get to the entryway for the Twilight Forest. It's like it's far into the west, but you come in there, and very quickly as you start to enter into the Twilight Forest, like it's about midday, but like you realize why this place is called the Twilight Forest now. Like it is literally overgrown and it is pitch black practically in here. Like you can still see there's some light creeping through, but like it is full blown, like it is nighttime. Almost like it looks like it's early evening, and it's like so you're trying to work your way through.
Minnich.
It is Minnich, sir.
Whatever. Look. You read a lot of books, right?
I do fancy myself some books. Yes.
Have you ever read about something like this? This forest?
Well, I do believe, from what I remember, that it is very susceptible to fire damage. I don't know.
What is this susceptible to fire?
I just got that.
That's amazing.
Well, that's not really that helpful.
That is
I do know I can
phenomenal.
see pretty well in it.
Elves. Oh, I hate elves so much.
But you guys continue making your way through the forest. Like this forest is thick, and it just feels like it's getting thicker and thicker. But you're still sticking to the path, continuing through. But you very much realize, like, if someone goes off the beaten path, just how easily they could just disappear and get lost. Like the overgrowth is becoming so thick.
Probably best if we remain tight-knit.
Question, Cross. Do I see anything interesting off the beaten path?
Roll me a perception check.
A 24.
Nice.
24. Are you, as the good pirate that you are, who is very paranoid and very superstitious, starts to think that he sees shadows moving through the forest? Like, just, it looks like there's trees there, and then all of a sudden you look away and look back in that exact same spot, and all of a sudden it's not there anymore. Or like you could swear you see some of the trees moving, or shadows fleeting past. Like you start to become very paranoid at the stuff that's going on.
My heart starts racing real bad, and you can see little tears on the fur, like sweat. He starts really having this like really serious like panic attack, and he just takes off running in just a random direction. Just takes off like
No!
he's so scared.
Where is Bonnie going?
I got
All right.
So,
So since I'm a cat, I have feline agility. So I just basically just jump and just like tackle him and make him stop.
I'm gonna try to avoid that.
all right, so roll me a strength check to see if you grapple him.
Okay.
And you roll that again. Caleb, roll me an athletics check.
And I think with my character, I have an ability that I can roll against that. But I'll go ahead and roll athletics. 16.
16. What did you get? What did you get?
I got a 3.
A 3. Yeah, it's like you start taking off down on all fours, trying to catch up with him, and like you jump and dive, and he just boom, like literally just bounce, flip out the road, and just keeps going. He is like running hard. As he takes off, and you guys all sight of him, what do you guys do? Do you all take off after him? Do you hang back?
Yeah, I still take after him, like, because I'm trying to get him to stop.
All right, so Aries takes off after him, trying to slow him down. What about the rest of y'all?
I follow Aries. So
Yeah.
I'm-
I'll follow Aries.
I'm trying to yell, and I'm following as well. I'm trying to yell, Haregon, wait! There's something I do remember about reading about the Twilight Forest.
You just hear him yelling, ah!
As you're taking off through the forest, Arrow just starts to become more and more paranoid of some of the stuff that he sees. And then he realizes something very, very quickly. That it's only paranoia if there's nothing actually there. Roll for initiative.
Oh,
oh,
great.
shoot.
And I want to kind of shout out, Captain! Because he's just like, something in him like feels, I don't want to say the presence of his old captain, but just like in his panic that he would usually have, like he would call for, it's just like a PTSD thing.
A PTSD thing with it all kicking in. Let me. So you're further back. I'm going to have to rearrange the characters a little. So Arrow's at the front. And then Aries took off after him. So you're there. And then, yeah, so Minnich's a little further back. And then Erellia and Droghar there, chasing after him. Alright.
I got a 19.
19 for Erellia. What did everyone else get?
I got 17.
14.
I got a 7.
What did you get, Minnich?
15.
15. 15, so. Alright, so Droghar's was. Who got the 19 again? Was that Erellia?
Yes.
Yeah.
And then Aries got 17.
Yeah.
And then Minnich was 15 and Arrow was 14.
Mm-hmm.
Alright. Alright. Arrow very quickly realizes that everything that he was seeing in the forest, all the stuff that was going on, wasn't paranoia. He very quickly realizes that the trees that were moving were actually moving trees.
Ooh.
And one of the reasons that a lot of people disappear in the Twilight Forest is that you have ran into a mass group of twig blights. Basically moving tree people.
That's what I was trying to tell you! Don't.
So we go at the top of the order, and Erellia, you are first, and you're kind of in the middle of the pack. You're like right here.
Alright. You idiot pirate. Is there a way I can ask Minnich, sorry, if there's something that we shouldn't do with these tree people?
You can ask Minnich. Minnich, roll me. Roll me just a straight up intelligence check for this.
All right. Two.
2.
Aww.
Minnich has no clue. He has read about
Alright.
blights. He knows that they're tree people, but that's about
Yep.
what's at this.
Alright, well, I'm just gonna go ahead and move towards number 2, and I'm gonna swing my short sword at him.
Alright, so you're moving towards number 2. Just gonna keep you there actually so you can hit him. Alright, so go ahead and roll.
8. I got an 11.
11, that does not hit.
Ah!
You come in with your short sword and the blight just manages to move out of the way. Just slightly short of it. And you've still got some movement left or a bonus action if you've got any you want to take.
I'll stay where I am.
Alright. Next up is Aries. And Aries, different from the map that I gave you, you're kind of at the front here.
Where am I?
You're like right at the front here. You and Arrow are like the ones that took off at the head, so you're just next to like number 4 for the blight.
Or next to number 4. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So it looks like who's all within 90 feet of me? Is it just all of those tree creatures in front of me?
90 feet? 90 feet would be... Is it 90 feet dead ahead or like a 90 feet radius?
Let's see. It says range 90 feet, but okay. So what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to do sleep.
Okay, so range 90 feet, that would be like picking a target that's within 90 feet range, so literally pretty much any of them are within 90 feet.
Okay.
90 feet is like long range in that.
Or no. So I want to try to do sleep on all the tree creatures that are like right in front of us.
Alright, so the ones that are like there and there. And you got 2 that are like dead ahead, 7 and 6 are dead ahead of you. 8 would be off to the side, and then 5 and 4 off to the other side.
Yeah, so I want to do 4, 5, and 8, if I can.
4, 5, and 8. Let me just check sleep on it. Probably check your...
It's kind of a little confusing, but...
Yeah, that's what I want to check. I just want to double check the details.
Yeah, because it says the range are affected in ascending order of their current hit points.
Yeah, because range usually means distance ahead of you, so it'd be like a straight line ahead. It wouldn't be like a radius like that.
Yes. Okay.
So I want to just double check and make sure before I...
Yeah.
Okay, so it looks like it's a 90-foot range or a 20-foot area.
Okay.
So you could cast it for a 20 in like an area, so...
Could I do 4, 5, and 8, or at least 4 and 8?
You could get 4, 5, 7, and 8.
Okay.
They would all be just within that. So you could get the 4 of them. So how does it work for sleep? What does it say?
It says the spell sends creatures into a magical slumber. Roll 5d8. The total is how many hit points of creatures the spell can affect.
Okay.
Yeah, and then the creatures within the 20 feet are affected in ascending order of their current hit points. But since they're all new, I'm guessing that's...
That would affect me too, though, right?
Yeah, I was going to say, like, if it's that range, you would... Can they roll against it? A roll against... Is there like a saving roll for it?
It says each creature affected by the spell falls unconscious until the spell ends. The sleeper takes damage, or someone uses an action to shake or slap the sleeper awake. Subtract each creature's hit points from the total before moving on to the creature with the next lowest hit points.
Okay, so
it doesn't look like there's a saving roll.
Yeah, but you could wake up Arrow if he did get affected by it. So go ahead and roll the dice for it, because it looks like it's a certain number of hit points. You might not even get enough hit points where it even touches him anyway. Because it looks like it's a certain number of hit points for a creature that you would get. So.
Okay, so 5d8. So basically I roll d8 5 times.
Yeah.
Okay. $17.
17, and that's split up amongst the creatures?
Yeah.
So 4, 5, 7, and 8 are all out. But there's enough left over, so part of it hits Arrow as well. I tell you what,
stops moving.
Yeah, so like it's a little bit hits Arrow. I'll tell you what, because it's only like a couple of hit points that hit Arrow. It's not like a massive blast of it. Roll me a Constitution saving roll, Arrow. And see.
A 10.
A 10. I'll give it to you. Like, you're a bit groggy off of it, but so I'll take maybe like 5 feet off of your movement speed.
Okay.
So you're a bit slower, a bit groggier, but it's you're still on your feet, because it's like 2 or 3 hit points like left over.
Is each one of this grid right here, is that 5 feet?
Yeah, each one's about 5 feet,
okay,
give or take. The maps always don't match up quite exactly. And is there anything else you want to do? Or is that you?
No, that's me.
Okay. So after Aries, it is actually time for the Blights to move. So the ones who are still conscious, number 1 is going to come here for Minnich. And misses. And this one is going to come for Erellia.
And misses.
And get. You don't have too much time trying to make this thing turn. What's your armor class again, Erellia?
14.
Nat 1. That that blight like actually does damage to himself. Number 3 comes in.
Himself in the face.
Comes in for Droghar. Droghar, what's your?
13.
This one hits on a 16. So he is going to come in and attack you with his claws. Not a lot of massive amount of damage these guys do. So only 2 hit points damage off of that.
Okay.
Nothing major off of him. Number 10 is going to come over for Minnich as well.
Oh man.
There you go.
Oh, that one hits.
No!
18. I actually managed to hit Minnich's armor class. Shocked. And he hits you for 4 hit points.
No, 14.
Number 9 is also going to come for Droghar. That's another hit. 18 on that. Droghar, this one hits you for 5 damage. So sleep. Number 6 is going to come. Number 6 is going to come forward. What's your armor class, Arrow?
17.
And he swings and he misses. Alright. that is it for the blight. So Minnich, it's over to you.
Okay, so with a bonus action, like I have to do other actions first before I can use the bonus action, or
No, you can do the bonus action. Just you have an action, a bonus action, and a movement you can use.
okay. So I'm gonna cast, if I can. I have Divine Favor,
Okay.
which apparently empowers me with Divine Radiance. Until the spell ends, your weapon attacks deal an extra 1d4 radiant damage on a hit.
Extra 1d4 radiant. Okay. Alright, you can go ahead and make your attacks with that included.
Okay. And so I'm gonna take my long sword, and I'm going after 10, because 10 was the one that hit me, right?
Yes, 10's the one I hit.
Yeah,
So
10
you're-
needs to die.
So
He
you're...
needed to die anyways, but
Alright, go ahead and roll, see if you hit.
um 11.
11 does not hit. You turn around to swing at number 10 and just miss right past them. It ducks under.
Man, are we gonna have another one of those nights?
Alright, Arrow,
Go, go,
you are
go.
up.
All right, I'm gonna cast Hunter's Mark on number 8,
Number 8, this one.
and it's a +2 damage if I get a hit, and then I'm
Okay.
going to attack with my. I'm going to attack with my first Cutlass attack, and that is a 22,
That hits.
and then I get a. Let's see, it says 7 + 2, so 9 on that first one.
9 on
And
that
then-
first one for number 8 here.
Yep, and then I'm going to use my second. My
He's gone.
two-handed. Oh, he's dead.
Yeah, you come through and just straight through him.
Well, that works. I don't know if I can't use two-handed on another one, right? It's limited to that first one because I have my other attack.
I mean, technically you could because it's a second attack that you use and you still have movement left, so you could move towards another one if you wanted.
I think 6 is like right next to me.
Yeah, 6 is right here in front of you if you want to.
So I'm going to go ahead and roll against 6. Do I get Hunter's Mark? Well, no, I used it on that other one. Never mind.
Yeah, you need to use your bonus action to move it, I think.
Yeah.
So
okay.
you can reapply it, but it would need to be your turn.
Does a 10 hit?
10 does not hit.
Okay.
So you turn around to that one and you boom straight through him and you come in with the other cutlass and just miss the other one as you're trying to catch him.
Okay.
But you
I'll
did
take,
get
I'll
one
take
of
one
them,
down.
You did get one of them. Okay, big boy, Droghar is up.
All right, I look over at Aries and I yell out to her, "Aries, are you okay?"
Okay, Droghar.
All right, so I turn back to the one that's to my left, number 3, and I use Stone's Endurance to reduce damage that he did to me. So it's 1d12 plus 2 is the amount of HP that I get back. All right, I got an 8. So I got 6 plus 2.
Go.
All right, so that's a reaction. So, let me see.
Oh, that's a reaction, Stone's Endurance?
Yes.
Ends
No, I'm
Stone's
sorry.
Endurance.
Yeah, that's a reaction.
So you wouldn't be able to use it in this situation. Like that Stone's reaction, for reactions you have to use it in the moment. You get
Oh, I
one
didn't know that.
round.
Okay.
But like when the guy attacks you and the HP goes down, you can use Stone's reaction like in that moment as a reaction to put it back.
Oh, I didn't know that. Okay.
So apologies, I didn't realize it was a reaction. I should have been up on that.
No, that's
But yeah, for your turn you get action, bonus action, and movement, and then if you've got a reaction, you can use it during this round. So like if one of them attacks you at some point in the next round, you can use that to get back some of your HP.
okay. I'm gonna take out my hand axes, one in each hand.
All right,
I'm gonna hit number 3 first.
all right, go for it.
I got a 16,
Hits.
so that is 1d6 plus 3. So 5.
5 on that one.
Mm-hmm.
He is gone.
And then I'm going to turn around and I'm going to hit 9.
9. Right, so you turn around. Number 9. Roll, see if we hit him.
I got 14.
14 hits. Roll for damage.
7.
Boom, he is gone.
Nice.
Very nice.
Droghar, like, just pulls out the hand axes and just boom, smashes through, turns round, boom, through the other one. So 2 of the blight gone. Alright, so we are back at the top of the round. So it is back to Erellia.
Alright, I'm gonna try again for number 2.
So head it back for number 2. Alright, roll, see if we hit.
I got 14.
14 hits. Alright,
Alright, I did 4.
4 damage.
Yeah.
He is gone.
He's gone. Goodness.
Yeah, blights don't have a lot of HP to them.
Very nice. And then can I move closer to number 4?
To number 4, yep.
And that's my turn.
Okay, you can move right up next to them. That's Aurelia. Aries, you're up.
Right, so I'm crossing off on my map. Who's all gone?
Oh,
Like the number?
well, the ones that are left is 1's left, 10's left, 4, 5, 6, and 7.
Okay.
And the rest are all gone.
And I'm right by 4, correct?
Yeah, you're just over from, so like just in front and to the right. So you're here. And 4's here.
Okay. Let me go ahead and I'm gonna do take out both my daggers and attack them with both my daggers.
Attacking number 4. Alright.
Yep.
Alright, go for it. See if we hit.
Alright. So do I do 1 roll for each dagger or just 1 for both?
Is it dual wielding?
Yes.
What you're doing? Yeah, so you roll for each dagger. So roll, see if the first dagger hits.
10.
10 does not hit, so the first dagger swings, misses the blight. And roll again for your second dagger.
13.
13 hits.
Okay.
Roll for damage.
1d4. Yeah. 5.
5, and number 4 is gone.
Nice.
So you turn around to go after number 4, you swing with that first dagger, somehow the sleeping blight completely and absolutely misses. Gets missed by the dagger, somehow you absolutely miss it even though it's motionless and snoozing right now. And then you come around with your second dagger, boom! Smash straight through it. Alright. Alright, so that was Aries. So next up are the Blights. So the Blights are going to come in. Something you all are not going to enjoy.
Fantastic.
More Blights start
No.
working their way
Heck
in.
on.
Great.
There's some coming through the forest. Like, they start moving in. Blights, when they're not moving, are indistinguishable from the forest around them. They look just like trees, so you didn't realise there was more around you at first. but more start to kind of come in from the sides. They don't move into position to attack quite yet, but the ones who already were standing ready to attack go again. Put that down. Alright, so 1 is going for Minnich, and 10 is going to go for Minnich as well. Miss. 13, miss. They both miss Minnich. Number 6 is there. Going for arrow and just rolled a nat 20.
Oh no.
So thankfully they don't hit that hard. So you take 7 hit points of damage for that one.
Alright.
And the rest are all just starting to make their way in. So Minnich, you are up next.
Okay, I'm still going after 10. So this time I'm doing like an aerial, like a jump. I jump up in the air and try to do a downward slash over the top of 10's head.
All right, roll. See if we hit.
Please. 18.
18 hits.
Nice.
Roll for damage.
1d8 plus 4. 6.
And he is gone.
I
Minnich.
killed a tree!
Minnich, who usually keeps himself very well respected, just freaking loses it on this and just like jumps, slashing straight through this blight.
Need more kindling! Need firewood!
Like, boom! And then kind of stops and sorts the hair back. Sorry about that.
Fix the goggles.
Almost lost my cool there.
Alright. There's nothing else that you want to do, Minnich, if there's anything. If not, we are to Arrow.
Yep, that's it for me.
Okay. True boy in front of me. 6.
Yep.
I'm gonna attack. Because no one hits me. He gets away with it. Except for this one who gets away with it. It was an 8.
No one hits me, and I hit no one.
And I hit no one.
After number 6, just slashing out at you and crashing across your chest, you slash out with that first shot and completely whiff past him.
I'm assuming I can't. Well, no, I think we did it last time where I can attack again with my second.
Oh yeah, you can attack. It's like basically it's dual wielding gives you a secondary attack with that.
Alright, that's better. That's a dirty 20.
There we go, got a 20. You hit.
Nice.
And then for 9 points of damage.
Ooh.
Yep. Boom, he's gone.
And then I'm going to use my bonus action. I'm going to cast Cure Wounds on myself.
Cast Cure Wounds. Sweet. What is it for Cure Wounds? You roll what for it?
Let's see. It's a 1... I got a 10, which is above what I normally get, but...
Alright, so you're back up at full.
Yeah. There we go. Alright.
Nice. Alright. So that's Arrow, so we are back to Droghar.
I'm gonna pull up beside Aries and Arrow because I see them throwing down over there.
Alright, so you head over that way.
And I'm just gonna kind of post up right now. I'm not gonna do anything. I'm just gonna post up.
Just right there next to them.
Yep.
There's a hold action you could take.
I was
What's
going
that?
to say that like, if you want, you can ready an action, so that if basically an action to do something if something happens. So like if one of them comes near, you can get attack, or if something happens, you can do something.
Yeah, I know.
Only if-
Yeah, I was thinking about that. I think just I'm trying to think of what Droghar would do, and he's not gonna. He wouldn't attack someone unless they're attacking him or one of his friends. Which actually 7 did attack Arrow, right? Was it 7?
Oh no, 7 didn't. 6 is dead. 7's asleep.
Yeah, so I'm just gonna post up beside them just to kind of have their backs,
Alright, so you pull up there.
and I pull out my greatsword, and I just put both hands on it. I'm just standing there, like Conan.
So you move over to your greatsword. Alright. Erellia, over to you then, top of the 3rd round.
All right, so can we see all the other ones that are starting to enclose on us now?
The ones that are on the map, yes. You can see them. They've all started to move, so you can see them like coming out of the forest. They're still a fair distance off, or they're still kind of within the trees, but they're starting to work their way towards you.
Okay, I'm gonna turn around and shoot the number 1 with my arrow.
Okay. So this one up here.
Yeah. Ooh. I got a 23.
23, nice. You get that one. Roll for damage.
I got a 6.
6. That number 1 is gone.
Whoop whoop. And then I might head a little bit closer towards the path just to stick with everybody else.
Alright, so you kind of want to come back into the path here, just here?
Yeah, that's good.
Okay. So you're all kind of bunched up. That's Aurelia. Aries, over to you.
So can you highlight me? Where am I?
Yep, so you're right here. So you've got number 5 here, who's fast asleep. Number 7 here, who's fast asleep. And then you've got a couple more dotted around the map.
Okay.
There's no one in your like immediate vicinity.
Okay. Alright, I'm gonna rush up to 5 and do my double dagger again.
Rush up to 5.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so you go onto the brush. Alright, roll for attack.
Ten for the first one.
First one misses.
Oh, and then 4. I do a double miss.
4, so you go into the bush, but the one that you're going for is, even though he's asleep, he's still a little bit into the treeway, so you're kind of swinging, but the trees are starting to get in the road. You can't quite get a grasp on him. Alright. So as you're doing that,
No.
more blight are starting
Oh
to
my
come.
gosh.
This is never ending.
We might want to make a run through this
Yep.
forest, guys.
I agree.
That
So
sounds
as-
like a good idea.
So as you're doing that, if I can find where I left him.
It's unknown ally.
It's our friend.
It's hero, Brian.
So you see him coming out from the path just here. Move him over a little bit. Just because I keep overlapping and hitting each other. So he comes out of kind of one of the bits of the forest and sees you guys in trouble. And you see the same archer that you seen earlier, or seen yesterday in the middle of the attack, like stepping out onto the path and casts Eldritch Blast and destroys that one that's right in front of you. And you see him yelling, "This way! Hurry!" And he starts taking off back down this path here.
Alright, darlings, I feel like we should follow.
I am all for following the mysterious archer and getting out of this mess right now.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Alright, so you guys are all going to take off running.
And I kind of
Yes.
help Arrow because he's still kind of groggy.
Ah.
Alright, so you guys take off running. and head down that path. None of them, the blight, are close enough to you at the moment where the enemy get an opportunity attack or anything like that. So you take off, and you see the blight. A couple of them start to kind of come after you, but most of them kind of just back into the walls a little bit and back into the sides a little bit. And so you see them kind of disappearing into the brush and into the woods again. So like you're very aware that this forest is still full of blights. But for the moment, you are out of combat.
Oof. Those things were the worst.
Yeah.
It's like bed bugs.
So you all take off through the forest, following after your hooded friend, and you see he actually leads you through to a little area that's a little encampment he's set up. It seems to be kind of like something that he's built up is walled off so that the blights can't get into it. And the forest is like a little stop off, and it's like there's a little campfire set up, a little area. Not much there, it's clearly been put together in a bit of a hurry, then not too much to it. So you'll come running down the path, and like he opens it up and is like waving you in. I'm assuming all of you go inside.
Yes. I go inside.
Yep.
So Aries goes inside. Minnich, everyone else?
Yep.
I don't. I am very hesitant about doing it, and I remain outside.
Alright, he's like, last chance, I'm locking the door here.
No, I stay outside.
Okay.
I'm well. Shoot.
Haregon, what are you doing?
Bonnie. Bonnie.
I don't know if I could trust this guy. We don't even know who he is.
This archer has saved us twice.
Look,
Droghar, help me drag him in.
Bonnie, I am twice his size. Come in.
Come on.
He's still
We
very
got this
much
guy.
like recovering from not only being tired but also his like Vietnam flashbacks.
you kind of
I wrap my arm around him and just begrudgingly bring him inside.
as he started to come in before Droghar gets up to him, it's like you see the hooded
Oh,
figure kind of like pull him in and close the door. Are you trying to get us overrun, you stupid Haregon?
I get in his face. Stupid Haregon, how can I trust you?
He'd
And then
punch
he
you
kind of
shit.
looks. Oh, I go to swing back at him.
Roll the hit.
All right. Unarmed. I assume?
Unarmed strike.
Okay, let's see. Sorry. Let's see. Probably gonna be dumb. Watch. Oh. An 18.
Ooh.
18. You hit. Roll for damage.
It's just a 1. It's just 1.
Just a 1. It's like he smacks you and you smack him back. Look, I've let you in here out of my good faith. You want to pull crap like this? Go back out there with the blight, but that door's getting locked. I don't want to be overrun by them. You want to go fight the tree monsters? I'm fine with that.
Okay. I'll say it calmly, and I whip out my pistol. I don't trust you. Who are you?
I'm the person who apparently stupidly is saving your life and then being questioned for saving your life.
That was you at the goblin attack, correct?
Yes, that was me. He goes over and it's like he keeps his hood up at the moment and he sits down at the fire. And starts kind of like warming his hands a little bit.
Who are you?
I'm nobody.
Well, that's a stupid name.
I can hardly believe that,
I
sir.
agree.
Everyone in this world is somebody.
I'm nobody of any importance, and I'm somebody that once you guys get a little bit of rest and the blights lose interest in you, you're going to forget about and you're going to move.
Walk over to him, and I kind of crouch. Is he sitting down or standing up?
He's sitting down, it's like he's like right at the fire, but he's sitting on like a little log that's set up at it, just as a little seat, so he's kind of like half crouched onto the log, like just warming his hands up. You know, because the Twilight Forest is like completely encased pretty much, so like you don't get much warmth from the sun in here. So he's just
I'll-
desperately trying to warm up.
I'll go next to him and I kind of crouch near him and just kind of look at him. Could we see his face perfectly, or?
You can see like the edges of the outrim of his face a little bit, just with the hood over. But give me a perception check to see if you can
Yeah.
gleam anything.
An 8.
An 8. You see a little. It's a humanoid faces from what you can see, but like the hood's here, so you can literally just see kind of like the outline of the nose and the mouth. You see a little bit of blonde hair, like kind of drifting down, a bit messy, a bit scraggly, not very well kept. But you can't really see underneath much more of him underneath the hood. He's definitely humanoid, very average size for like an elf or something.
I'll kind of look at him, not trying to like peek, but look. I'm sorry, okay? I don't know what's wrong with me. Today has been weird. This whole forest. Something's wrong. Something feels wrong. You saved my life. So I'll
Like
give you
either
that, I guess.
like that, but the Twilight Forest, it has that effect on people. People lose track of stuff in here. They lose track of time. Then the not so lucky ones start to lose their minds.
I felt a darkness. And I don't know. It was terrifying. My skin started to crawl, and it was a feeling that I've never felt before. On the high seas, I've encountered all sorts, and nothing like that at all. You are somebody. You are not nobody. So please, stranger, tell us who you are.
Look, the reason I'm able to survive and I'm able to make my way around is because nobody knows who I am. Nobody knows where I am. So, for your own sakes and for mine, it's best that we just stay at arm's length. When the Blight have lost interest, you can move on with whatever you were doing.
Why are you helping us?
Seen too many people get lost in this forest or fall to the Blight. Too many go mad and disappear.
But
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 what about the goblins?
You helped us in the city too.
In the city, I was trying to see if I could find some information on some stuff. I saw a fight taking place and goblins causing trouble, and against my better judgment, I couldn't stand by and just let it happen. I had to interfere. I had to help. Almost cost me everything, though. The Union Guard are very, very vigilant.
That's for sure.
not
Alright.
like the rest of us are, you.
I was gonna say, I know about disguises and try and hide. Are you human?
Well, that'd be something if I was. Hasn't been a human seen in these parts for about 1,000 years.
Then why disguise yourself?
Best way to survive.
That's true. I do the same thing.
A little bit of disguise and the little bit of knowledge I've got help.
So I'm kind of looking around where we are. Is there anything distinguishable that I notice for where we are?
For where we are, not drastically. Like, it's a clearing within the forest. It was definitely an open area.
Okay.
But you see that he's managed to kind of like build it up a little bit and like make blockades where the blight wouldn't be able to get through. Because the blight, as much as there's a vast number of them, they are not very strong, not very powerful creatures. So he's made it enough so that it blocks them off, and it looks fairly new. Like, although a lot of the trees are old that he's pulled in, it's fairly new, the blockade he's made. And all this in here is literally like a campfire and like a, you know, a little area to sleep in and stuff, a little few cooking utensils that he's got. Nothing much. The guy doesn't have much to his name.
Okay.
And y'all can make a perception check on him.
Oh. Hey.
Oh, hey, bud.
I got a 5.
A 5. 15.
7.
11.
11.
I got 5.
5.
What'd you get? 9. Matthew got
Aries. I'm going to see me when I mute Aries.
8. Yeah.
So Minnich, you got the highest in the perception rolls there. So you know that he seems very unkempt and very, you know, like this is the life he lives, like living in the forest, living on the move, this sort of stuff. You're very aware this place looks like it's been thrown together. It looks like a very basic camp that's been put together, so he doesn't live here by any means, he doesn't hang around here by any means. You also are very aware of the bow that he's carrying. He doesn't seem to let it go. He's constantly carrying it around with him, and he's constantly walking around with it. Even for the fact that he's unkempt, he's very sure of himself, very kind of capable. Like, this isn't his first rodeo, and it isn't his first time clashing with people or anything like that. But by no means is he sociable or anything like that. So you kind of get a little glimpse of that into him. And you see him kind of like step up from the fire and kind of stretch off. So, what brings you folks into the Twilight Forest anyway?
We're looking,
Job.
Yeah, the goblins that came into the city. We were tasked by the council to rid of them, if you may.
Yeah, it makes sense. He would send a crew put together to do their dirty work. So you guys are off hunting the goblins then? Hope you're always getting well paid for it.
It
Not
is
as
suitable.
much- Not as much as I would like. I may ask you, sir, when the blight moves from the forest, is there any indication of where these goblins might be?
From the little I've seen of them moving through the forest, I can take you through on the path and lead you the path that they took to exit here. It should take you pretty close to where they've set up camp. There's a bit of an underground location that they use to kind of stay hidden away. But I've seen them come and go and to and fro and often enough from it. I can point you in the right direction.
We'd appreciate that.
Excellent.
You're more than welcome to stay here till the blight are gone. I don't have much to offer. I don't have much food or water or anything to offer and be hospitable. It's not usually my thing. I don't usually host guests. But you're welcome to stay until it's clear. It shouldn't be too long until they kind of move past.
Can we call you something else besides nobody?
I go on, you may as well. Although it's a little strange using it, I've not used it in quite some time. My name is Darius.
Pleased to meet you,
Darius.
Darius.
Pleased to meet you fine folks as well.
And Darius, that bow of yours, what about it? Why is it seems special?
You seem to hold it quite closely to you.
It's just one of the few tools I've got that helps me survive. I always keep it very handy. Make a perception check on him for that.
8.
8. Anyone else?
I got a 6.
I got
So-
18.
You said
18.
There you go. There you go.
Or-
What did you get, Arrow?
You said
Perception check.
Okay. It is a 9.
Erellia?
I got a 20, but it's not a nat.
Oh, you got a 20.
Yeah.
So Aries and Erellia,
I think that's an 18.
both of you are, both of you are very, very aware of the way he's carrying himself, and saying that it's nothing that there's definitely more of a story here, and you're both very aware of people who are trying to keep something hidden and secret, and who aren't wanting to open up and share, and he's very much, there's something going on there he's not wanting to share more about. Well,
Right. I kind of sit down in the corner and I start doing a song of rest.
I cap a squat. I cap a squat by Aries and just sit on the floor.
And I rolled a 6, so anyone who still needs to heal up, you can get 6 points.
Cool.
there you go. So, as you're playing the song, everyone kind of starts to rest. Everyone's still a little unsure of Darius, and but from what you can tell, there's nothing malicious going on here at the moment.
I'm taking a seat and pulling out my wrath, and just focusing in on that. It's kind of like it's a stress ball basically, and it's a calming thing.
I'll sit next to Droghar. Droghar,
Yes.
can I? Thank you, my friend, for pulling me in.
Absolutely. You are my friend.
Whatever darkness held me back, it didn't want me to come inside. It wanted me to stay. Whatever it was, I don't know. The fear, maybe. The mistrust. But I thank you, my friend.
Droghar understands mistrust and fear greatly. So, no problem. I got your back.
So,
And he kind of tips his hat. Aye.
so while you're all talking, you very much look over at Darius as he's over kind of like sorting through some of his few belongings and stuff. And you hear a bit of a noise coming from like outside of the walls that he's put up, and it's the noise of some of the blight kind of moving past. And as you're kind of looking away, you look back and half see Darius, and then all of a sudden he's gone. And you hear a rustle in the trees up above, just a little part, and you look up and see him, that he's in the trees kind of like looking over the blight. And just watching their movements. Anyone who wants to in that can make an Arcana check.
Not my speciality, so.
Alright, I will take you up on that.
I don't know if anybody's proficient in Arcana, but you can definitely.
I am.
I am not.
I'm gonna roll an Arcana too.
I
Yeah.
got a 6, so.
Droghar is very impressed by magic, man.
6.
Just like my eyes are wide.
Hey, Mom.
I have a 9.
9.
Mom, look.
21.
It's a pop.
Okay. So Aries is aware that there's some sort of magic in use there, because a guy can't move in that on his own, but you're not really sure what's going on. Minnich, on the other hand, 100% realizes that he just cast Misty Step. He used Misty Step, which is a travel and teleportation spell to move a short distance. And you're very aware that he used that to get up into the trees so that he could get a better view. So it's like, as much as he's an archer, you're very aware that he's got some arcane ability to him. As the noise of the blight kind of starts to disappear, he like moves through the tree and jumps down into the camp again. Alright, it looks like the blight are moving on. If you folks want, we can press forward. It's not really any way of doing this, but it not being nighttime, the Twilight Forest pretty much is pitch black all the way through, so we can head out. So he starts to gather up a few of his things for heading forward, and as he's moving down, you see like his hood starts to fall away a little bit, and you start to get a better look at him. And as you start to get a better look at him, roll a perception check again.
Oh no. I got a nat 1.
Got it. Droghar got an 18, folks. An 18.
Wow.
Nice. 9.
9.
Please tell me I'm the only one that sees it.
7.
7.
It's looking like you're the only one that sees it.
Uh-oh.
Arrow, what did you get?
16. Sorry. What did I get? 16.
Nope.
16.
Yeah.
So Arrow gets a good look at it, but I think Drogar's the main boss, so... And Elliot's just totally, like, lost in his flowing blonde locks to realise
It's like
anything.
Brad Pitt. I can't help myself.
So pretty.
But Arrow and Drogar, as they're sitting kind of talking to each other, look over. And both of you realise that everything about him looks like he would, if anything, is an elf. It looks like he's got the face for it, the humanoid form for it, the right size, right shape. He looks like he would be an elf. But as his hood falls back and he moves his head to try and catch it, you realise that his ears aren't pointed, they're rounded.
Droghar nudges Arrow. Do you see his ears?
That hair. Oh man, that hair. Wish I had hair like that. Blonde, flowing. Oh,
He
wait.
slaps
what?
him.
Yes?
I said ears, not hair.
Yes. Oh, well. No, I missed it.
He has human ears.
Do we know what human ears look like?
You guys have been aware of it, like, although there aren't...
I was like,
although there
I
aren't
hope we do.
although there aren't any humans around, it's one of these weird things of, like, nobody asks, so nobody talks about it. You know, it's like, as much as you are aware of it, aware that are humans. In fact, the group that initially defeated Armageddon actually had a human member of the party 1,000 years ago. And it's highly, discussed and talked about, but it's one of those things that's kind of just drifted off of, like, no one really talks about there aren't any humans. People are aware what humans are, and there's mentions of them in certain books, and you'll have grown up with them, but this is the first time of actually seeing a real, like, human in front of you.
I would say because
you said human ears. I thought you said human ears. I didn't know what that was. Yes, human ears. I'm familiar. That's really weird.
yeah, I would say because Droghar has traveled so much. Because once he got kicked out, he's seen a handful of not civilizations. It's not the right word, but he's read a lot of history and stuff like that. So he knows a little bit about humans. Not a ton, but enough to know that that's a human ear. So.
Am I hearing this conversation?
No, that's sorry. That was a little bit meta. I apologize.
No worries.
You get a little bit meta, but yeah. So like you guys realize, and he kind of catches his cloak and like pulls it back up, and it's like, he holds onto his bow and slings his quiver over his arm. Like, all right, folks, time to go. And it's like he pulls the door open to his little hut and heads out and like waves you guys out. As he's starting to take you down the path and starting to walk you through, it's like you see him using magic to cast like fire on his hand and just a little bit of a light source for walking through the forest.
Darius, are you a wizard?
I'm not a wizard, but I do have a little bit of magic usage.
Interesting.
Where did you
Yes, sir.
study? Where did you learn this?
This is one of those things I picked up as I went. You feel him being very cagey and very not to talk about it.
I think Droghar is kind of fascinated by his, like, because he hasn't seen a ton of magic up close. So he's kind of fascinated by this dude and his display of magical abilities.
So like he just keeps walking the basic fire. He's very much kind of not fully evading questions. He's answering what's asked. It's not like he's totally ignoring you, but like he's not giving a straight answer. So he keeps kind of walking through. You see him kind of checking every so often to make sure that the Blight have definitely moved forward and are definitely on their way. As you all start to kind of... The questions start to kind of build up. You're all starting to become curious of Darius, and all of a sudden you hear a kind of random, like, at first it almost comes across like a kind of echo of a laughter. Like, almost like in the back of your mind, like a just it's almost like not noticeable at first, but then it almost starts to get louder, and it's like, and then you hear a voice from up ahead. It's like, Darius, my boy, I think the game's up.
Uh-oh.
You see Darius kind of like, shush. Oh, come on, they clearly know, dearie. Like, really? You're going to pretend like you're just going to ignore this and it's all going to go away? And as you kind of move forward, you see a humanoid figure, a little bit shorter than average, a little bit shorter than Darius, not like short or anything like that, still within like the average height of like human elf sort of size. Arms crossed, leaning against a tree with his legs crossed. Like, oh my goodness, they're asking so many questions and you really have not prepared any answers, dearie. He's like, would you just go away? Oh, I can't be doing that, pal. Tell me you're spotted to at least know that you're human so far, right? And he kind of stops and he just... We're really going to do this now? We're really going to do this? Okay.
Droghar knew.
I love it when we get to do this. And you see the figure almost like just jump into a kind of like, you know, cross-legged position for sitting, but he's like floating. He's like, oh, I can't wait to hear how you actually tell people about this. I've been waiting for this. Since he's gonna get involved here, and we're kind of free of the blight at the moment, I can at least talk to you. I am a human. And it's like he takes his hood down.
I knew it!
In fact, I'm kind of the last human. My people almost went extinct about 1,000 years ago. No one quite knows the details of what happened. No one quite knows why it took place. But a small group of humans survived and lived in hiding, because whatever wiped us out, we don't know what it was, and it'll still be out there. But I was the last one to be born, and as I came to age, everyone else died, either of sickness or old age, and I'm here. And as a child running around, my survival wasn't likely. And that's where he comes in. You see the guy that's still kind of hovering there. I'm a warlock. And he's my patron. I get magical abilities from him. to help me survive. I didn't ask many questions about what was entitled to that and what came with it at the time. But it allowed me to survive. It allowed me the ability to survive. Such as you've seen me earlier using Misty Step to travel, allowed me to create invisibility, disguises, various things where I could travel about and be undetected. But it does also mean much interference from him. His name is Vauran. Like, hello there, dearies! That's right. I decided to step in and help. Our boy Daddy is here. I mean, I couldn't just let the human race just disappear into nothing. Where's the fun in that? He is from the Feyrealm, from the Feywilds. And all I know is that he has a plan in mind and a reason he wants me to survive and humans to survive, and I don't know what it is. But I am now forever tethered to him. The reason I stay away from people is survival. He's given me the tools for that, and he's asked nothing that's made me cause harm to anyone, so I just kind of keep going with it.
So why take the risk helping us?
Because I still don't want to see harm come to people. Because in my heart I know this is the right thing to do with these abilities, is to try and help somehow. Is what my family would want of me. To try and be involved, to try and help, to try and do something if the opportunity came. Don't get me wrong, I'm not stupid, I don't go out of my way to get involved in stuff, but if it comes across my path, I do what I can. But come.
Well,
yeah.
one thing that I've learned, and I've survived a long time, is you either pick survival or you pick help. You can only help but so much before you get got.
Well, that seems to be the path I'm going down. I've picked survival for so long, and here I am helping all of you twice within 2 days. This is more interaction than I would usually like and care for. So, hopefully if things go to plan, it's the last of it. But I had to get into that city, and I had to see if I could find the information I was looking for. But anyway, we must keep moving before the Blight return. I'll be moving back through this way, and Pool will be soon. If you have any more questions, you may ask as we go.
Information? What information were you looking for?
My people have disappeared almost near extinction a long time ago. And there is no record of it. Nowhere that I've searched have I been able to find any record of what happened. And if I am to be the last human, then I would like to know why. I would like to know why my people are the ones that are extinct while so many others seem to thrive.
Darius, my specialty is seeking out knowledge. If I don't know something, I will proceed with haste until I find it. I wish to help you.
Whoa, 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 whoa. you're volunteering just yourself, right? Because if I'm not doing nothing for free.
Well, I would expect nothing less of you, Haregon.
I'll work for snacks.
I'll work for
I
beer
will too, as long as it's gold snacks.
and beer.
Gold snacks.
Well, any help you would be willing to give, I would be grateful. But payment is not something I can come by regularly to give. Anything I find is usually my need in the moment for survival. I don't have much money to go by. I don't have much food or water.
Well, would you happen to have any information that's at least interesting, or what? Like anything?
Anything more interesting than being the last human in existence? No, that's about the top of my
Yeah,
list.
but what am I gonna do with that? How can I get power with that? I can't.
I don't really give a damn what you do with that, to be honest with you.
Alright, guys, we gotta get back on the mission.
Yes, the mission is where we're getting the gold.
Yeah, let's focus on that, guys.
Come, I'll help you out if we're near the edge of the forest.
Sorry, Minnich. I know you want to help this gentleman, but there's really nothing in it for us.
Doesn't mean I can't look.
Do what you must, but I'll hang back.
Magic man, we have mission that we have to do.
Understandable. Darius keeps walking and keeps leading you. I thank you all for your kindness and your kind words. I did not expect anything of any of you. I hope you well on your mission. If you continue on this path, about another 100 yards you will reach the edge of the forest. And that should take you out to the area where the bandits usually come from. I wish you all good luck and good day, and hope that you find everything that you are searching for on this mission.
Hey, look, Darius. If we do find anything while we're on this mission, is there a way to contact you and let you know?
If you find out anything, you can leave a message near the edge of the forest on the path that comes in. I venture through it frequently. I'll be able to find it.
Will do. I'll put a mark on a tree for you.
I appreciate it. Appreciate your kind words. He goes up with his stuff and nods you a good day and starts to head back into the forest. Starts to wander back through and starts to disappear into the darkness. As he disappears, you just hear the echo of that laughter again from Valran.
That's a freaky little dude.
It is. Holy moly.
All of a sudden, right behind you, and you're right, I'm indeed. You turn around and he's standing there.
I swing my sword.
He disappears and reappears on a spot. Oh, I like this one. He's feisty.
Did I hear Darius right that you come from the Feywilds?
I do indeed, dearie.
It's interesting. I have Fey ancestry.
Oh, that sounds like something someone would care about somewhere.
What a surprise!
This guy's mean.
Oh, I'm not mean. I just like to have some fun, and Darius might have just found me some new playthings.
Don't even think about it, weirdo.
He clicks his fingers and and he disappears. So, y'all are still on the path. About 100 yards from the edge of the forest, Darius has left you in a spot where it's fairly easy, straightforward walk to the edge. So I'm presuming y'all just proceed ahead with where you're going.
Yeah.
I turn back and I look at Arrow, and it's Minnich.
Why? Looks like the elf has a little kick in him.
I call you Magic Man.
You all continue to venture through and take the 100 yards through, and you come into a clearing in the forest. And on the clearing, like, literally comes to a cliff edge where you see an opening which used to be like an old kind of like mining area, like the wooden slats of like going down hills and stuff and little plateaus and things. Like, this massive area that was used for mining, long abandoned. It has been long left here. And this is exactly in the background. You see the mountain ranges kind of starting to form. Exactly the sort of thing that Captain Aegis was describing, like a mining area right next to the mountains. So you're literally in place for that.
Is it like day? Is it still day or dusk or night or?
At this point, it's probably about afternoon, early evening. It's probably maybe about 4 or 5 o'clock-ish sort of time.
So the sun will be setting kind of in the distance.
Yeah, it's still bright, but like the sun's starting to make its way down, so it'll be setting shortly.
Finally.
I'm gonna go sit on the edge of the cliff.
Roll for initiative.
Oh
You
no.
gotta be kidding me.
See, at the end of the session, I need to give you one last thing to go out on.
I got a 23.
Nice.
That
I got
is
Droghar making up for that. 7.
finally.
A
13.
Minnich got a 13. What did you get, Erellia?
I got 15.
15 for Erellia, 13 for Minnich. Alright, Arrow and Aries, what did you guys get?
19.
18. What did you get, Aries?
20.
Bottom of the barrel. There you go.
Alright, so as you guys are coming out of the forest, the blight aren't the only thing that are within the forest that you all should be worried about. As before you get a chance to even have a rest, a wild owlbear comes out of the forest to attack.
Ooh.
Alright, so Droghar, you're up first.
Well, Droghar, what do you think of that?
Get him, big guy.
The second I go to sit down, I hear this noise behind me, and I stand up and I look and I see this half owl, half bear, and my eyes get huge. And I run up to it and I try to hug it.
Oh dear goodness.
That's not
I'm
what I meant.
I'm running full speed. I'm like
Owlbear.
pure ecstasy on my face at seeing this half bear, half owl. It's blowing my mind. So I run as fast as I can and try to hug it.
Do you
Alright.
knock it over?
I guess it would technically be a tackle since I'm running full speed.
You're running full speed. Roll for a grapple check on it.
I got a nat 1. I mean, what do you want me to do?
Oh, no.
That one, on a nat 1, the owl swing at you.
It's okay.
You missed that, but he misses you as well. He swings with his claw and completely like misses you as you try to dive at him, and he dodges out the room.
Hey, why you swing at me? I meant to give you a hug. Ooh. He's not a happy
He's a
bear.
friendly owlbear.
He's not
bad.
He's not a happy bear.
Alright, Aries, you're up.
Sorry, I'm having somebody splat me. Okay. Hold on.
It was me.
Yeah. Okay, what? Where'd you put my papers? Oh, they're there.
One, three.
Okay, where am I? I am.
You're at
Like
the
the
back
second-
here. You're like right off the.
Okay. I don't know if I really have a way to attack right now. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna kind of go up into the side next to Droghar a little bit, just kind of wrap myself around a little bit.
Alright, so you're gonna come round this way.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so you can get to about there, and you're kind of. That's a bit of the edge in there of wood and stuff.
Yeah, and can I, because I can climb 30 feet, can I climb up a tree?
Yeah, sure.
Okay,
Who
I'm
you
gonna
want me to
climb.
choose now?
Yep, I'm
Okay,
gonna
here you
climb on
cross.
top of the trees there. I hiss, I go,
Did you just hiss to me?
I did hiss.
Alright, is that the.
Hey,
If that's the
yo!
last of that, Arrow, you're up next.
All right.
There we go.
I will run over to it, and actually, you know what? I'm gonna stay back.
Okay.
I'm not running up to that thing. I will use my pull out my pistol
Oop.
and fire a shot.
Pull out your
Ooh, an
pistol.
11. Does that hit?
Droghar screams, "No!"
11 does not hit. You pull out your pistol and still feeling a bit woozy and groggy and wrecked from your trauma in the forest. You completely miss past the owlbear.
Yep, that's it for me.
Alright, for Aries, so Erellia, you're up next.
Alright, I'm gonna use my trusty bow and arrow. Oh! But it's not so trusty because I got a 10.
A 10, you pull out the bow and arrow, take your shot, and completely past the owlbear. You guys are basically just pissing this thing off at this point.
We are literally poking the bear.
Yeah,
Yep.
legitimately. Alright, if there's nothing else for you, then it's.
Your mic cut off. Who was it?
Yeah.
Minnich.
Okay.
Oh, okay, gotcha. I wasn't sure. Sorry.
Sorry, I didn't
Alright.
listen on my mic.
So I've got a javelin, and I'm gonna go ahead and use it now. It's got a range of 30 feet. Am I close enough there?
Yes, you're just about range for that.
I could probably move up a little bit, right?
Yeah, you can move up closer if you want.
Yeah, let's move up just about where Arrow is. Yeah.
Right here.
Yep.
Alright.
Don't get me.
Alright, so go ahead, roll for attack.
Dirty 20.
No.
20. That hits. Roll for damage.
Oh, javelin is 1d6. Which one of these is the d6?
D6 is the regular dice. The one you...
Oh, gotcha. Okay. So it's a 1d6 plus 4.
Nice.
7.
7 points of damage.
Yep.
Alright, I mean, the thing's still up and strong, but it's the first damage against it. Alright, so it is time for the owlbear to go. And he's coming right for Droghar. And he is not coming for a hug.
Owlbear doesn't love you.
What's your armor class, Droghar?
13.
So he misses that attack, but he does have a second one. He misses again. Dang! I mean, he comes in trying to bite you with his beak and just misses you, and then comes in with the claw, completely swings past. Alright, so that's top of the order for the next round. So that's on to you again, Droghar.
I actually look hurt. I'm hurt that this bear tried to attack me. So I'm gonna punch it in the face.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to hurt it. Just want to stop it. I got a 15.
15 hits. Roll for damage.
All right, so it's just a unarmed strike, so it'll be 4.
Right. So next up it is Aries.
Sorry, I was mute again. I'm gonna go ahead and play Dissonant Whispers.
It's not the whispers.
Alright, what does Dissonant Whisper do again?
So it's a discordant melody that only one creature of your choice within range can hear. The target must make a wisdom saving throw. On a failed save, it takes 3d6 psychic damage. And must immediately use its reaction available to move as far as its speed allows away from you.
Alright. So wisdom saving throw?
Yeah.
Amazingly, owlbears aren't known to be wise. What did you get for, the 12?
Okay.
What's your spell save DC?
Oh, where do I find that on this?
It should be on your spell page.
Oh,
It should be up at the top of it. On your spell page at the top, it should tell you what the spell save DC is.
What did you say you got?
12.
Yeah.
What's your spell save DC?
12.
12. He makes it.
Okay, so that means... Hold on. On a successful save, the target takes half as much damage and doesn't have to move away.
Alright,
So,
roll for damage.
3d6. Hold on, Matthew, I need my dice, buddy.
Find it. I found it. Yep.
Thank you, bud.
I think this is. What?
11. So half is what?
11 be
5.
round down to 5,
Yeah.
so... Okay. I mean, it's taken a few shots here, it's still standing though. Alright, so after Aries, it is Arrow.
Alright, let's give this another go. Oh my gosh. 5. With the pistol.
Again, completely right past it. It's annoyed because hearing a song getting played by Aries is starting to really make it mad, and then you shoot and it's too busy just flailing about. Right past it again. So Erellia.
Alright. I am going to sneak attack with my bow.
Alright.
Oh no, I'm not. Never mind. I got a 9.
Again, come out with the bow and arrow. Completely right past the owlbear.
This dice is pressing me.
Alright. Unless there's anything else for Erellia.
No.
Alright, we are over then to Minnich.
Just ashamed of myself.
So question. So I have, for a spell, I have Bless.
Mm-hmm.
And it mentions that one of the components is it's got material components. So I would have had to pick up something at like when we were in the city in order to be able to use it, right?
For components, yes.
Okay.
So say what sort of components it needs.
A sprinkling of holy water.
Do I have to have that in your inventory or anything, do you?
I don't see it there.
Alright, yeah, you would need that to cast that.
Well, good to know for next time. Let's go ahead. Now, with when I'm throwing weapons like that, obviously it's not gonna come back to me, right?
With your javelin and stuff, no. Daggers, then yes.
Okay. I wasn't able to figure out how to equip the daggers on here, so I don't have the stats for it.
Yeah, let me see if I can pull the stats up. So range for your standard dagger looks like it's 1d4 piercing damage and a range of 20 feet. So you'd have to get a little bit closer to it, but you could do 1d4 damage with that.
Let's move a little bit closer. Probably up to where Erellia is.
Yeah, probably around there.
Okay. And you said it's 1d4?
Yeah, the basic stats on that. We'll add it to your character later, but we'll do like a
Sure.
1d4.
Okay, and it's dual daggers, right? Because I have a bonus action of 2-weapon fighting. So
Yeah, for that I would let you be able to throw those
Okay.
both for that because it's got blink, so it comes back to you. So
Right. Okay. So do I essentially have to roll 2d4? Is that correct? In that case,
yes, you would have to roll for both to hit. So you'd have to roll d20 for both
Gotcha.
daggers, and then roll damage for each of them if you hit.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, I'm gonna do that. 15 on the first.
15, first one hits.
Nice.
Yeah.
3 plus 4. No. It's just a 1d4, right?
I'll do 1d4 plus. We'll do +2 to it.
Okay, so 5.
5 damage. And then your second dagger.
That would be
I know.
14.
14 hits, roll for damage.
5.
Nice. I mean, it's still standing, but it's like it's starting to get there bit by down.
Every inch matters.
So the owlbear is going to attack now. What's your armor class again, Droghar?
13.
14, so he hits. And then misses. So he hits with his beak attack, and then misses with his claw. That's fine. So he hits you for 15 points of damage with his beak.
Ooh.
Alright, as a reaction, I remember this time.
There you go.
I'm going to do Stone's Endurance. Let me get the D12. Alright, so... How much you said he got 15 on me, right?
Yeah, 15 he hit you for.
Alright, let me do that real quick. Sheesh. Alright. Alright, I get 6 back.
Nice.
6 back. Nice.
All right, and I am legit pissed right now because I went in for a hug, and he's dang near tried to kill me. So I would like to rage.
You go into a rage?
Yes. And I still have my great sword, so I'm gonna swing right for his hip, right near his ribs, where his hip and his ribs meet. Well, I guess I don't know if he's standing or not.
He's been kind of on all fours.
Okay.
Kinda coming in.
All right. Well, I'm just gonna come down on his head then.
All right, go roll. See if you hit.
I got a 10.
10. You go for the swing, and the owlbear dodges out the road. But hey, you're raging now, so that's definitely helpful. Aries, you're up.
Alright, so I want to try and like jump from the trees down onto him and like try to grapple him to try to get him like pinned down a little bit.
Okay, so you move to the edge there and make me an athletics check.
Hold on. I gotta. Is it just athletics or acrobatic?
I'll say you can use either or. Use whatever one's more proficient in. Just a little bit of both.
$18.
18 on an 18, 100%. You jump and land right on top. Put you right there behind it.
Snap.
You basically landed on the back of the owlbear.
Alright.
He is not happy. Technically, you still have an action, so you can still attack if you want.
Okay, I'll go and just pull my dagger and just try and just slash him on top of there.
Alright, roll for attack on that. I'm going to say roll with disadvantage on that one because you've just landed in the back of the owlbear and he's pissed and he's like flailing a little bit. So roll with disadvantage, so basically roll your d20 twice and pick the lower number.
Okay. Oh,
That's the perfect. Let's just.
18. The second one was a nat 20.
Nice.
18 with disadvantage.
Nice.
Alright, roll for damage on that. Flippin' egg.
Oh wait, my dagger? Hold on. 1d4. Oh, where's my d4? Oh. There it is. 5.
I mean, it's looking rough now. Like, this owlbear's in the crap kicked out of it. Arrow, you're up.
Alright, I'm just tired of shooting my pistol because it's just not working. So I'm gonna run up to it and give it the old slashy slash.
No, slashy slash.
And the first one's an 18.
18 hits.
And then
Got him.
Good, because if you try to shoot, you're gonna hit me.
5 points of damage.
5 points of damage. Alright, roll, see if the second one hits.
Alright. Second one is a 20, dirty 20.
Dang.
Nice. Roll for damage in that.
And then it is 6 points of damage.
6 points of damage, so 11 overall.
Mm-hmm.
Damn.
Is the thing still standing?
It is still standing. It is looking hard, though.
I'm
Like,
yelling. I'm
that's-
slicing at it. I'm screaming, "Why won't you die?"
Why won't you
Like,
die?
Droghar comes in with his attack, completely misses. The bear jumps out the road. As it's diving out the road, Aries like tip top of the trees, boom, boom, through the air, lands right on the back of the bear. Boom, in with the dagger. As she's doing that, the owlbear starts to get mad, starts to flail about, and in comes Arrow, double couple of shots, straight up the side of it. This thing is messed up. This thing has not got a lot left in it. It's still standing, but it is looking severely hot. Next up, Erellia.
All right. I'm going to take a step to the right and try again my sneak attack with the bow. Maybe not that far.
Yeah, that's as far as I can get you. I can't get you.
Okay. Well,
Sorry, it's not.
in theory.
So we'll say you're here. Say you're like right there.
Ooh!
Your shot.
I got a 24.
20.
Dang.
That's a hit. Roll for damage.
All right. I got 10.
Dang.
And dang.
Tell me that thing's dead.
It is on the verge. Like, I mean, this.
Come on. I was trying to go to Betty. Bye.
Arrow comes in with
I want a
flash,
snack.
Erellia takes a step to the side, shoots right into the thing's neck. This thing is cut up and messed up. It is almost done. Last up, Minnich.
Come on, Minnich.
We got this.
Come on, Magic Man.
I'm taking out my trident.
Ooh.
Time for a-
Brick,
What
you
has
got
he
you have a
got in that
you had a trident.
bag of his.
Yep.
Oh my goodness.
Yep. We're going for that.
Minnich killed a guy with a
We're gonna
trident.
have a javelin. We're gonna have a trident. We're gonna have
About that.
dagger.
Well, so much for that.
Probably want to lay low for a while.
Yeah. So 9.
9 does not hit.
Dadgummit.
Oh,
Alright, so the owlbear, still with Aries on its back, is going to take a shot at Arrow, because Arrow just sliced up its side. What's your AC again, Arrow?
17.
As a 15, he misses. He is mad. He turns around. He is slashing at you. Completely misses. Goes for his second attack. Goes to bite you. Completely misses with the beak attack. He is looking hard and he is struggling. Alright, Droghar.
Alright, I'm gonna attack and I'm gonna come up with the sword at his neck. Because he's in front of me.
Go for it.
Come on, I got a 12. Good lord.
12. You come down with that sword and just at the last second the owlbear just pulls back.
I'm frustrated. I just yell as loud as I can.
Alright, Aries, you're up. I did not think the owlbear was going to cause this much of an issue tonight, I'm not going to lie.
Alright. I'm just gonna do a double slash with my daggers. Just to try to
Alright,
finish him.
roll and see if you hit.
finish him.
Again. Oh, where are my dice?
Wait a second. You 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 22.
Oh.
Nope, doesn't happen. The first one is a 6.
6 does not hit.
Second one, 14.
14 hits, roll for damage.
Alright.
Here, you want this one? Yes. Okay, you gotta roll it. Right in here. 5.
Nice.
1, 2, 3.
5 damage.
Die, you bear.
Alright, Arrow.
Oh my god.
No!
Goodness, come on.
At this point, like literally hitting it it's done.
15. Okay. Is that a hit?
That's a hit. Roll for
Alright.
damage.
Boom. 2. No. 6.
I feel like Cross is like a Baptist preacher. He's like, alright, we're about to wrap up.
Yeah.
And then like 30 minutes later.
All
Alright, we're gonna wrap up.
Plane right here.
We're gonna land the plane.
Leave my
I
cutlass
think we need to
forward.
discuss what the edge is of.
The last shot.
Do I kill this thing? Because
Arrow comes in with it. Arrow comes in with the cutlass, steps to the side, and boom, takes the head clean off.
Nice.
This
And then
owlbear.
I take my swords and I just keep swinging. It's dead, and I don't even care. I'm so over it.
Yes.
I get a couple chops in there too.
Just
Whoa,
covered with
whoa,
blood.
guys, let me get off first, and then you can go to town. Just let me.
Great, he's just still holding on to the back, trying to stab. I kid you not, at the end of that, like, few shots, like, Aries' final shot took it from like 17 down to 7, and then that last shot right before Arrow killed it took it down to like 2 hit points. It's like that 5 took it down. It was so close, like it was edging all the way down. But you officially killed the owlbear.
Yeah.
You guys are at the top of the mine where you're looking to try and meet the bandits, and that is where we're going to call it for this evening. Probably should have called it a while ago. I didn't realise.
Your mic cut out.
Oh, the mic cut out, babe.
Sorry, I was saying I didn't realise the owlbear fight was going to take quite that long. But congratulations, you guys survived the forest, got past the blight, defeated the owlbear, and are about to head on to the next part of the journey. Thank you so much for everyone hanging out with us tonight. This is a little bit later than we were expecting to go. I didn't expect it to go quite that far, but we got quite a bit done tonight. I think I overestimated. I'm a first time DM, so I overestimated how much time it was going to take to do the shopping scenes and how much this lot we're going to want to be in the bar drinking the night before going on the mission.
Have you
and
played Sea of Thieves with us? I mean, I'm just saying.
I know.
So I might have underestimated that, but there was a good cutting off point for this. As far as I'm aware from what we've discussed, we will be taking a little break from next week, just some stuff that's going on, but we will be back in 2 weeks' time for session 3 as we continue on with Chronicles of Andriesia.
Awesome.
So thank you so much. If you want to catch up on previous show or just support us, you can put ! roll in the chat. Go and subscribe to wherever you get your podcast from, or please subscribe to our YouTube channel and help let the Good Times Roll YouTube channel grow. We want to try and get that up to, we want to at least hit 100 first, so if you can help us with that, that would be amazing. If you're enjoying the content that we're putting on here, please support us through our Patreon, Patreon, where you can get some amazing exclusive content from Nitro and myself. And the money that's coming in there right now is going towards helping us utilize third parties for D&D content. So anything that goes into there, you're helping us to grow Chronicles of Andriesia. So thank you so much for all that. Thank you so much for all the love.
Awesome.
Thank you so much to all our PCs for joining us tonight. Having the whole crew here has been awesome tonight. Hope you all having an amazing night. And remember, thank God it's Monday. We'll see you in a couple of weeks. Take care.
See you guys.
Have a good night, everyone.
Yeah.
Bye.
Cierra miedo. I got no fear. Cierra miedo. I got it here. Cierra miedo. Now I can cheer. Zero fear. Zero fear.